State true freshman impact player.
A four-star out of Ocala Vanguard and some movement up front. Out.
And then this will be on Dimitri Jordan, left guard there, kind of right here in the middle there. You see him start to move it, and Dumas is going to jump on that quickly as possible.
So that backs him up 5 yards. Keith Corbin III in motion, the leading receiver for the Tigers, looking his way the entire time, and it's complete to Corbin.
When in trouble, he's going to find Keith Corbin. And Corbin, the leading receiver on the season with over 60 passes caught going into the SWAC championship. But I'm slightly surprised because they said they want to run the ball. They want to run the ball. But at the end of the day, teams are good, and they really like throwing the football.
Well, they like running the football with Santee Marshall. Marshall, a guy who we didn't even have on our roster. He wasn't even on the depth chart back in the spring, but he's worked his way into a contributing position on this team.
The Division II transfer from Miles College in Alabama earned a scholarship this year. Small size stature guy. They use he and Pickett in the backfield. But good job by T.C. Taylor, the offensive coordinator, switching up the play calling from run to pass.
Play action, man wide open, and there he is, Malachi Weidman. Six-yard touchdown pass to another freshman in Malachi Weidman.
Read the scouting report. Weidman has 11 touchdowns on the season. Make it 12. Cannot give him that much separation. The 6'5" freshman from Venice, Florida, makes it look easy getting behind Jameis Presley for the score.
The extra point attempt by Noah Anderson is good. 7 even in this SWAC championship with 1:04 to go in the first quarter. Well, Deion Sanders, very confident coming into this program when he took over back in September. The Pro Football Hall of Famer made a grand entrance into Jackson, Mississippi, and he's been lighting it up ever since. His team had a great start in the spring, finished 4-3 overall, so successful. And then coming out of the gate strong with the win in the Orange Blossom Classic, continued on to go 8-0 in the SWAC. East champions and Eddie Robinson Award finalists for the FCS Coach of the Year, and it's been well documented. Coach Prime having foot surgery earlier this season, missing a handful of games. A great test for he and his team, but little could keep him away from the gridiron. And now coaching in a SWAC championship in his second year at the helm. Marvin Young on the return. A marker is out on the field as we send it over to the studio and Kevin Connors.
All right, Tiffany, in the studio update brought to you by Rocket Mortgage. SEC championship on the line.
Yo, 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 what's up, people? What's up, people? Appreciate y'all tuning in. Give me 1 second. Hold on just a second. Appreciate y'all tuning in to the show. I know I'm late. I had some stuff that I had to take care of, so I'm kind of late starting the stream. But if you pull up, I'll be playing the game, the audio for the game all game long. So I'm going to play the audio now. Hold on.
Prairie View A&M traveling 444 miles from Prairie View, just outside of Houston, to make it here to Jackson, Mississippi. 11 championships in total in the SWAC, but just one SWAC championship since the league instituted this championship game back in 1999.
And this is the point of the game right now where, okay, you're backed up, run the football, get to the second quarter, protect it, because you know this defense is looking for a big play.
Able to fake out the defense, and Jawan pass just scampering across the 20, a gain of 8 forced out by Antoine Owens.
And see, Jackson State, this is when their defense really takes over. When they back you up and then they can force a turnover or get that sack or tackle for a loss, then they start winning the battlefield position, and that's when they execute.
And they're swarming very quickly. A number of jerseys, Devontae Davis, Justin Reagan, and just a very hungry group pinning their ears back right there.
I mean, Davis, 6'3", 290-pound junior. When you see the size there, he's the backup defensive tackle.
And timeout taken on the field, but looking at that last play, I mean, they're still communicating up front for Jackson State before they even get set.
That's just a misassignment. Number 71, Colby Lewis, the left guard pulling. You have to wash that guy down. That play should not have gone for negative yardage. But those are some of the risks you take when you go with this up-tempo offense. You have to make sure everybody knows their assignments. And they just did one shift at the line, able to disrupt, come up with the big play for the defense.
So 3rd and 5, Prairie View coming out of the timeout. They have 1 remaining here in the first half. And if you're Eric Dooley, you're backed up deep in Tiger territory, ball on there, 19.
Misdirection.
What do you do?
Use misdirection.
Okay.
You know, you cannot have pass just sit in the pocket. He's not comfortable yet. Misdirection, fake something to the left, come back right. But you can't just think you can block with pass protection.
Well, Cameron Silman-Craig coming off the edge, untouched, able to get the ball away, and it's incomplete. The blitz was on as Silman-Craig, the strong safety, had a free pass at Jawan pass.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to let him get comfortable. So the moment you go with the empty backfield, they're just going to try and bring one more and win the matchups. And if Silman Craig wasn't there, then you obviously had James Houston, number 41, who's going to be right there to back him up. Got to utilize that quick passing game when they can in order to protect their quarterback from those hits.
2 receivers back for Jackson State. Warren Newman along with Malachi Weidman. Darborn gets it off. Gets in the hands of the lightning in a bottle, and that's Warren Newman. Newman are on the right side trying to cut back, still on his feet. Wrapped up and brought down after that 8-yard return. Jackson State scored on their last drive. Shedeur Sanders found Malachi Weidman for the 16-yard pass. If you're just joining us, Jay Walker, Tiff Blackman down on the sideline. Tiffany Green here with you. This 2021 SWAC championship. Jackson State on an 8-game winning streak, 14th ranked in the country. Last play of the first quarter. Marshall in the backfield, the handoff, and Marshall with the carry up ahead, gain of 4, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Both teams coming out wanting it. Dapper as ever, plays made on the field. Trip to the Cricket Celebration Bowl on the line.
All right, appreciate y'all pulling up to the stream. I know I'm late starting. I have some business to take care of, so I'm kind of late starting today. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Yes, this is the Prairie View versus Jackson State SWAC title. Live listening chat party. So, you know, we'll just be here. I'll be playing the stream all game, so I'm pretty sure people will be popping in and out, especially when the other streams get taken down. You know how y'all do. But I appreciate y'all pulling up, and I'll be streaming the whole game, the sound for the whole game. So the game is on commercial break right now, and I will play the game as soon as the audio comes back on for the game. So Jackson State's getting off to one of those slow starts again, like I've been saying. I don't know what's going on with them. They keep doing the same thing. But yeah, how y'all liking the game so far? Let me know. So the score, I have the ticker down at the bottom, y'all, so y'all can see the score scrolling down at the bottom. And I'll update it as the game goes on. Yeah, I know I'm late. I had some stuff to take care of, man. I was at a car dealership and all this kind of stuff, just doing a lot of stuff. So I'm late getting on the live and stuff like that. But it's all good. I mean, if other people got other streams going on and other people want to watch them, that's fine. I'll still be streaming, you know, because I know if those streams get taken down, people just going to come over here. So I'm going to keep on streaming. But yeah, I'm going to play the audio in just a moment when the game comes back on. But yeah, Jackson State's getting off to one of those slow starts again, like I've been saying. I don't know why they keep doing these slow starts, man. It's crazy. But they need to, man, Prairie View came to play today, so they don't need to get too far behind because they let Prairie View jump out on them. This thing can get ugly. Give me 1 second, y'all. The Prairie View so disrespect. How the new car search going? Yeah, so let me tell y'all what happened at the car shop. So I had an appointment to go buy this car. I get to the place and they just sold the car last night. I'm hot. I'm like, okay, y'all had me make this appointment with y'all and then y'all sell the car I'm supposed to have. And now I was trying to get another car. He was trying to get me to get another car. And then I decided on another car I wanted to get. And then when I was getting ready to buy it, he said, oh, man, somebody's already in the chair right now buying the car. And this at a Ford dealership, so I don't know what's going on with Ford. But anyway, the game is back on. Play the audio.
Like Shedeur Sanders and the Tigers offense trying to make it here as we start the second quarter. Sanders with the throw, man open and broken up at the last minute. Good play there by Drake Cheatham. Cheatham, as we mentioned, one of those impact players for Prairie View.
One of the few times we've seen Prairie View bring pressure on Sanders. They rush 5, trying to make him uncomfortable, and he almost hurt him with a big play. Doubt you see Henry Miller bring that type of pressure because Sanders recognized it and almost hit him with a big play. If Drake Cheatham didn't come over at the very last second to deflect the pass. And I'm seeing that. Jackson State's wide receivers, too athletic for Prairie View's defensive backs. So they can't play man-to-man coverage with them anymore. They have to play conservative, keep everything in front, make the tackle.
Have yet to convert a third down as that pass is incomplete. Malachi Weidman once again the intended target.
They escaped the big play on the blitz, Cheatham with the deflection. Now they come out, play zone, misfire. They're going to get the football back. And that has to be their recipe. They can't play man. They've got to slow down Jackson State and force them to drive the length of the field, not give up the big pass plays.
Lane McGregor on to punt it away. And fair catch signal from Darius Campbell as we send it down to Tiff. What's up?
Hey guys, when I spoke with Juwan Pass about his time at Louisville, he spent his time behind Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson. He told me the two of them, they're locked in. He said, we talk almost every other day. He's like a big brother to me. He said mostly he relies on him for advice on playing at the next level. He's got big aspirations, and certainly having a guy like Lamar Jackson to help guide you there is really key.
You know what he should learn from Tiff Blackman? Lamar Jackson threw 4 interceptions last week and won a football game. So you can get off to a slow start. It's how you finish, and we'll see how pass finishes in this game.
But what do you feel like the pressure was coming in to fill the shoes of a Heisman Trophy winner in Lamar Jackson? He played 11 games, Juwan Pass did, at Louisville. Pass looking, one-on-one coverage on the outside. Colby Washington, the intended target. Dejon Warren was on the coverage.
And that's something, the luxury that Jackson State has with their defensive coordinator. He can play man-to-man and just feel like you're not going to be able to complete the pass. And if you hold on to it a second too long, our defensive line is going to hit you. You have to have some wide receivers win some one-on-one matchups. They need to call some rub plays, try and the side of a field or whatever, because man-to-man, I just think Jackson State's too athletic in the secondary.
Mod Antoine, and there is Keontae Hampton. Hampton shielding him the entire time. No gain, third down.
Did you tell me earlier that Hampton was second-team all-conference?
Yes.
I don't believe that, because that kid is a player. He's been a dude. Former SWAC Defensive Player of the Year. Show me the guy that made first-team all-conference over Hampton, because he's been steady, solid football player. Hampton and Miller make up the best linebacking core in the SWAC.
Well, Coach Prime chimed in on that. Those postseason honors felt like more of his guys should have been first-team all-conference selections. 3rd and 10. Pass. Gets it away. Nobody there. Just disjointed on that last play for the Panthers.
Yeah, they have no clue what Jackson State is throwing at them defensively. And that's got to be given credit for the disruption that they've done. But I mean, look at this play. I mean, he doesn't have a chance. If this is supposed to be a screen or something like that, you got 3 white jerseys, nobody around. Look at all the blue jerseys that were there. That's a screen. You have to sell it going to the right, then come back left. I keep telling you, I would use the speed of Jackson State against them. Make them think you're going one way and then go back the other way. The big play when they got the score, they made them run up like it was going to be a run and then snuck a receiver in behind them with the misdirection or the illusion. Shank
punt from Caleb Darborn. Great starting field position for Jackson State inside of Prairie View A&M territory. We will step aside. 13:40 remaining in the first half. 7-all in the SWAC championship.
I am Boba Fett.
All right, we on commercial break right now. Score is still the same. Jackson State is about to get the ball back, try to move the ball downfield and get some points on the board. Yeah, my arm is I'm doing okay from the wreck. My arm still has some slight I still have some slight arm pain, but I'm doing okay right now. Appreciate you for asking. Real Talk said 4 stay shiesty. Yep. Y'all come to offer is more like a party and everything in one. All right, Terrell, I'm pretty sure everybody knows Off Script is doing it live. Like, you ain't got to come over here doing all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one thing I can't stand about y'all Off Script fans. Ain't nothing wrong with being an Off Script fan, but don't do no hating stuff like that. You know, let him do his thing. Matter of fact, let me help you out, dude. Got something for you. Yeah, what kind of hater stuff is that? Like, what the hell? What y'all think about the targeting call? Yeah, that was kind of crazy. I hate for anybody to get kicked out the game for targeting in a championship game. I don't like the targeting call anyway, so I hate the targeting call, so they need to quit all that. But yeah, the game is about to come back on. Play the audio in just a minute. Y'all give me a moment. We still on commercial break. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel. I do SWAC content over here, so if you like this kind of content, make sure you like and subscribe. All right, the game back on. Play the audio now.
At 9 a.m. Eastern, right before the college football playoff matchups are revealed. You get all the early breaking stories, injury updates, and more. Plus, great sit down with Lamar Jackson. Then Monday Night Football heads to Orchard Park for an AFC East showdown between the Pats and the Bills. 8 Eastern on ESPN and ESPN Deportes. And speaking of the Patriots, Don Blackman, dear old dad to Tiff Blackman, played with the Patriots, part of the all-80s team, the former linebacker. Shout out to Pops, right, Tiff?
Say that again, Tiff? The band's in my ear.
Oh, yeah. I'm saying we shouting out Pops, right?
Hey, well-deserved, well-deserved. Thanks, guys.
Peyton Pickett on the carry. And Jay, we would be remiss if I would not shout out my partner up here. And you played for the Patriots as well.
Oh, I did, absolutely. Under the Bill Parcells era there, so a little bit after Tiffany Blackman's father played. And that group of Patriots, they don't get the credit they deserve. I mean, everybody remembers they went to the Super Bowl and took on that monster team for Chicago. But for them getting to the Super Bowl after that, they were down for a while. Then the Parcells era started bringing them back, and now Belichick, and now they're premier program in the NFL.
Here's Pickett. Peyton Pickett still on his feet. Pickett won't go down. Buck down inside the 10-yard line. 18-yard power run from Peyton Pickett.
When they go with Pickett, they're trying to bully the football down. The biggest back they have. He's 5'9", 225 pounds. The transfer from Liberty, where he played a lot at Liberty, comes to Jackson State, and he's been that muscle they need in the backfield, particularly later on in the season as he emerged as one of their leading ball carriers.
They like to call him the thunder of this offense. First and goal for Jackson State. They handed to Pickett again, and there was Jason Dumas. Excuse me, that was Troy James, the interior lineman, to bring him down.
Strength of Prairie View's defensive line is with those two guys on the inside. If you can get to the edge where they've got the true freshman Jesse Evans, who's just a freshman, you can find some creases there, and they've had success running to their left side over where their left tackle Tony Gray and left guard Dimitri Jordan reside.
On second and goal from the 7. Jackson State trying to take the lead. Shedeur Sanders completes the pass to Keith Corbin. And Corbin, who dances a little inside the 5.
Yeah, he took that hop. I thought he caught that ball on like the 3-yard line, and he took that hop backwards to get some separation behind around the 6-yard line. And they're going to mark him somewhere between, was it between the 4 and the 5? You want your athletes to make plays, but in that situation there, he could have leaned forward, got that ball on the 1-yard line after the catch. Look how much room. This is down on the goal line. Look how far off the defensive backs are playing the top of the field. That's respect. They know that they're at a mismatch advantage, and they can't cover. That's too much cushion to give those guys.
And Sanders looking on the outside, and it's intercepted in the end zone. That's Darius Campbell, the 2-year starter, but they like to call him the Honey Badger.
What a play. That's what you call that banjo coverage. And as a defensive back, you let your guy go. If one guy goes in, you fall off him, and somebody else covers him. And the most impressive thing about the job Darius Campbell get, you can recognize this right now with the switch. That's the switch. But look at the hops to go up and get it. We're tied.
All right, Shedeur threw an interception in the end zone. Goodness gracious, man. My fears are coming true, y'all. This is not what I want. Yeah, JSU got to get it together because they'd have been messed around. They'd have been messed around and had this game being close and been messed around and lost this game. Antonio Bailey said bad throw. Exactly, man. They got to get it together. They keep having these slow starts. I don't understand. Like week after week after week, the same thing. Slow starts. bad offensive play. I mean, they doing okay, but we can't have these mistakes, man. Is my audio okay? Let me know if my audio is okay, y'all. Let me know if I'm too loud, if my audio is okay. So the game is on commercial right now. I'll play the audio as soon as we come back from commercial. Sorry I'm late starting today. I had some stuff to do earlier, and so I'm late starting. Appreciate y'all pulling up. If you're not liked and subscribed to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Antonio, okay, I'm good. Appreciate it. What y'all think the final score gonna be today? My prediction was 42-7, so I'm hoping that I can still hit my prediction. But who knows, man, the way this game is going. Jackson State need to go on play good this game and go ahead and get this trophy. Don't play and dominate all through the season and then come to the end of the game and mess up, man. I'm hoping this doesn't happen. But the game's about to come back on, so I'll play the audio as soon as the game come back on. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Like I said before, if you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Antonio said 28-10. I don't even want it to be that close. Jackson State needs to dominate these guys. I'm going to update the ticker at the bottom, y'all. All right, so the game is back on. I'm going to play the audio now. Hold, please.
Like Alabama's playing for something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They know that. Like, you're going to have to beat them. If they can win, they're in. Lose, it'll be over. So Saban's going to have the Tide ready.
Shedeur Sanders throwing his 6th pick of the season. Darius Campbell collecting in, and that's how the Panthers start this drive. LaDamian Brooks on the carry. Let's go back to that interception.
And this is what you call banjo coverage here. So you see the defensive backs, look at their eyes. They're lining up like they're playing man coverage, but they're going to switch. And you see the switch when they're looking in the backfield. Once you switch, I go over here. They baited him with that down. Banjo coverage down in the red zone. Tricked the young freshman quarterback and had him throw an interception.
And so on 2nd and 7, Jawan Paz
Look
taking
out.
some time. Dangerous throw.
What a catch.
What an amazing grab. Wow. How did Jalen Howard come in with the football?
You know how he got it? Because Shiloh Sanders came over and broke rule number 1. You intercept the pass at its highest point. Don't let it get to you. He let it come into his breadbasket, he thought. But no, the wide receiver Howard went and got it at his highest point. Big play for Prairie View A&M.
42 yards on the reception for Jalen Howard. The question was how and who would fill the shoes of their top receiver, Antonio Mullins, who is out for today's game. And Jalen Howard has absolutely impressed coaches. Now the carry, and now a catch out of the backfield. LaDamian Brooks brought down by Hampton.
Yeah, by the second team all-conference linebacker. Come on. Keontae Hampton's that dude there. Great job of recognition. He was responsible for the running back in run or pass, made the tackle there. Just continues to make plays when called upon. But here's what I've noticed about Jackson State. They had the big play hit on them, right? The big pass. They're so bullheaded. They're still going to come out and play straight man-to-man, put their cornerbacks on an island, and challenge you to throw the football.
Now, who does that sound like to you? Who was their head coach?
Some guy named War number 21. They call him Coach Cody nowadays.
Yeah.
Coach Prime. Look at this, straight man-to-man, across the board, daring you to beat their DBs.
Where it's Jawan Paz taking off on the run, gets the first down inside what Eric Dooley likes to call the green zone.
Foot on the gas pedal, keep going, don't slow down. But when you play man-to-man coverage, you don't account for the quarterback. You don't put somebody to guard him, so good recognition by Paz, saw the man-to-man coverage, found an escape route in the pocket, and able to pick up the first down.
They're moving here, but coming in strong, no gain on the play as Antoine Owens makes the stop.
This defensive line for Jackson State is winning the battle at the line of scrimmage. These two teams didn't play each other during the regular season, so led for a true first-time matchup. And I think Prairie View A&M is realizing just how strong the defensive line is for Jackson State.
14 years since this program has made it to the SWAC championship game. On 2nd and 10, and once more, now we're calling James Houston's name.
Led the conference in tackles for loss.
That's right.
And comes up with another one when they need it. Another team starting to move the ball. He's that guy you don't run the option off of. He's just too fast, and he can change directions. If you're going to try and give a quarterback zone read or keep, I'd do it away from James Houston.
First team all-conference selection for SWAC Newcomer of the Year, James Houston. Critical 3rd and 12 for Prairie View. Man in motion. Pass looking to his left the entire time, stepping up, feels some pressure, and there's big man 41, James Houston again. Just a playmaker on defense, has a great nose for the football, brings the pressure and a sure tackle.
And, you know, once you get the matchup with him down here on the bottom, you know, you expect him to win that matchup. But here's the key. They've got 2 people on him, not going to give up on the play. Finds the football, makes the tackle. He's got some decisions to make whether or not he's going to come back to school for a year or into the NFL draft.
The 37-yard attempt is good. So Luis Reyes with the field goal. Prairie View on top, 10-7.
All right, Prairie View put more points on the board, and now Jackson State is down 10-7. I don't know what's going on with Jackson State. They need to get it together, though. Robbie Neal says Prairie View with the field goal and now on top 10-7. Yeah, man, this is what I've been talking about all week. What Jackson State don't need to do. They don't need to get behind and come out to these slow starts and then try to come in the second half and put up points and win the game. You can't always do that. So yeah, the game is on commercial right now, so I'll play the game once they come back from commercial. The reason why I cut out the commercials, y'all, is because they play music during the commercials, and then they'll copyright the music. YouTube will copyright the music, so that's why I cut the commercials out. Appreciate y'all pulling up, though. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you're not liked and subscribed yet. Where y'all tuning in from? Let me know where y'all tuning in from. I see we got a few people in here. Let me know where y'all tuning in from.
I'll try it on crispy thighs.
You're ready to start your own business. LegalZoom can help you set it up. We've helped launch and support millions of small businesses. It's kind of our thing. Start an LLC, corporation, or nonprofit with LegalZoom. Let's make it official.
What is an overpass? Come on. Question, is that an S or a 5?
I think it's a 5.
I thought so. Frustration loading.
Nobody wants more robot tests, but we could all use more ways to save.
Star latte for Rob Ott or Rob Ott.
Error human.
Switch to Geico for more ways to save.
Are you ready for an AFC East showdown on Monday night? Are Jones and the Patriots ready to reclaim the East? Are Allen and the Bills ready to defend it? Are you ready?
Starting corner for Prairie View, Logan Jackson, played with a heavy heart earlier this year, learned that his mother passed away with her battle with cancer back in August during a practice. And so what did Logan do? Naturally going home to his mother's services the week that they played against Incarnate Word. That was also the week of September 11th. And he would not be denied wanting to be back with his team. He got on a flight after those funeral services, was delayed in Houston, but found his way to San Antonio, sprinted to the locker room, stretched, and played in the fourth quarter. And we share that story as a part of V-Week. Of course, Jim Valvano, the former coach of NC State, lost his life due to cancer. And you can find a way to donate by what you saw on the screen. Go to v.org/donate. Isaiah Bolden on the return, skirts around, has got some room across the 50, 40, 30, 20. He's gone into the end zone. Touchdown, Jackson State. You hear how that crowd erupted after this 90-yard kickoff return for a touchdown.
Missed tackle by the kicker, and then it was just the speed of Bolden outrunning everybody else from Prairie View A&M's kickoff coverage team. Big play. Bolden, one of those guys, plays defensive back. We knew he's a fantastic athlete, making an impact, though, on special teams.
And just like that, off of the mixed extra point, that's going to be crucial. 13-10 advantage. And that's one of the new faces for Jackson State, coming over as a transfer from Florida State. And that's one of the ways that Deion Sanders has looked to build this program. A number of transfers who have seen productive playing time on the field. The main playmakers, it's Corbin, it's Tony Gray, it's James Houston, it's Shiloh Sanders, the son of Deion Sanders, Malachi Weidman. You go up and down this list, and they said, this is how we're building our program.
And they're impact players. I mean, those names you talked about, they all start or all make tremendous impact there. And he's talking about a lineup there of getting it done, but the competition is good. Competition, they have some of the most competitive practices you will see on this college level. But the kids seem to be enjoying it, and winning cures it all. And right now that formula is working. The question I'm sure a lot of people know is that sustainable? And I'm going to tell you, folks, if you think they're done, they got some horses that are signed up to come in the spring as well.
But again, that was the conversation that we had with Coach Prime. He said, look, we are going to build through the transfer portal, and then we will try to build a smaller percentage through the high school ranks. Where our college football conference championship Saturday triple header is capped off by the 15th ranked Pittsburgh Panthers as they're taking on Wake Forest, the 16th ranked team, in the Subway ACC championship game, 8 Eastern on ABC. You can also find it on the ESPN app, one tap. Going back to Isaiah Bolden, we saw that 90-yard kickoff return, but he had one earlier in the season against Bethune-Cookman for 94 yards.
Did you hear how electric this place got when he scored?
Yeah.
Hostile environment here, Jackson. The largest FCS stadium in the country with capacity of around 60.
The pass incomplete, and that one was in the zone of John Huggins. Pass is fortunate that one wasn't intercepted.
And, you know, you really have to say, outside those big plays, Jackson State defensively has dominated this game. But it's been the big plays, and you just have that feeling that Prairie View's not going to have the ability to sustain long drives down the field, which is coming no surprise, because Jackson State feels like nobody can score twice on our defense. If they're lucky they score twice, they won't score 3 times. Eric Dooley and the Panthers have their work cut out for them, trying to figure out what can work.
The play action, and there's Aubrey Miller, the Mizzou transfer, the hard hitter, loss of 4. Excuse me. This is how you do it.
They call him a noisy player. When he gets there, bad things are going to happen. You see how quickly he sheds off the block.
And Miller, you see that big cast or club along that left arm. He takes a breather 3rd and 14. And listen to the Tigers fans on this 3rd down. Got to get this one off just before the play clock expired. Pass, who had a man who got behind the defense, Jalen Howard, but the pass incomplete.
Take your time. I mean, the pocket is solid. This is good protection. He's just speeding himself up. Let him separate. Take your time. Let him go. And you could have got that. Look at this. Look at this. This is a pocket. Why throw it now? Wait till you can make the sure throw. Just in a rush. I just haven't seen the timing there for pass all evening. Got to settle down a little bit because that was a huge opportunity for another big play that was missed because he rushed the throw.
On the punt. And here's Warren Newman, who hands it back off to Isaiah Bolden, who had that 90-yard return. He's tripped up around the 45-yard line. 13-10, 14th ranked Jackson State with the lead, 5:14 to go.
All right, we're on commercial break right now. Go my Tigers, DC in the building. Shout out DC, shout out South Georgia, shout out Silver Spring. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel yet. So what's up with the kicking game for Jackson State, man? The kicking game, they got to do something about that. We can't have missing field goals and stuff like that today because I think field goals is going to become a factor in this game. I don't think Prairie View is going to lay down. I think this is going to be a close game today. Appreciate y'all pulling up, though. So we on commercial break right now. Once we come back from commercial break, I'll play the audio. What y'all think the final score gonna be? Let me know. I may show the picture. I don't know. I don't want ESPN messing with me, y'all. I'm thinking about it. Let's go, PV. All right, man. Shout out. Yeah, PV playing well. They doing okay, man. I don't think pass is gonna really do much this game. I think the game is. He's not ready for this game right now. He's making mistakes and he's missing throws. So I think Jackson State has a chance to jump on Prairie View, but I do think Prairie View defense is gonna make it rough. So right now we're still on commercial break. I'll play the audio once we come back from commercial break. Go Tigers from Washington, D.C. I'm up here near D.C. now. Thank you for pulling up. 38-13. I'm rocking with PV, my nephew play. Oh, is he starting? He's out. Is he out on the field now, Shauna? PV 35, JSU 13. What? Leo, I don't agree with that. Leo Netta. I do not agree with that. All right, so the game is back on, and we'll see what happens.
To be played on New Year's Eve on ESPN. Reese and the guys will also unveil the New Year's Six Bowl games and have the final top 25 rankings in this 4-hour special. It all starts at noon Eastern. You gotta also check out this week's college football playoff rankings brought to you by AT&T 5G. Georgia knotted at 17 all in the SEC championship game with Alabama. Michigan awaiting Iowa in the Big Ten championship coming up tonight at 8. And then Cincinnati, who is leading by a point over Houston in the AAC. Oklahoma State also taking on Baylor in that Big 12 championship. Lots to talk about here on this championship Saturday. For Jackson State, A 3-point lead over Prairie View A&M. If you're just joining us, Jay Walker, Tiff Blackman, Tiffany Green with you from Mississippi Veterans Memorial Stadium. A trip to the Cricket Celebration Bowl on the line. And again, the movement up front, we'll see who goes against, and I think that was against Jackson State.
I think they're going to call Dumas for this one here. I mean, I saw the center. He was just trying to readjust the ball. I don't think he flinched, and I think Dumas overreacted.
False start.
Give it to him.
Offense, number 50. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
That's against the freshman out of right here in Jackson, Caleb Graham.
I mean, he's the center. Might have been the right guard that might have done something, but they're allowed to move and get set. I think Dumas got away with one there and needs to be careful next time that happens.
Ball placed on the Jackson State 45-yard line. 4.5 to go. Entertaining first half thus far as Shedeur Sanders signals for a timeout. Well, Jay, we are nearing halftime, and you know what that means. The bands will be on display. The Marching Storm traveling for Prairie View A&M. They are lining the fence right now. You can tune in to the ESPN app to watch the complete show uninterrupted. The sonic boom of the South still in the stands. The loudest band you will likely hear.
Yeah, and what I'm curious about is, you know, the ESPN's The Undefeated recently ranked Prairie View A&M in a shocker as the #1 HBCU band in the country.
How do you feel about that?
I'm going to see it halftime. I'm going to see it halftime, but they can play. And I was going to ask Tiffany Blackman, how loud has it been? She was down there with us when we did Florida Classic, FAMU Bethune. That's a loud game. This one could be louder.
The pass complete to Pickett. Pickett, who was run out of bounds by Darius Campbell, who had that interception earlier. So, Tiff, your thoughts thus far on what you've been hearing before we get to that?
Take a look. This is the patience. See, Pass would have thrown the ball earlier. Shedeur Sanders takes his time to let the running back run the route, and he's rewarded with a good play, whereas we've seen Pass rush that throw, and it would have been a deflected. That's somebody that's having poise and knows what he's seeing compared to somebody that's feeling the heat.
Yet to convert a third down here today is timeouts taken by Prairie View A&M, their final timeout of the first half. Well, Jay, we know these things to be true. It's time now for our college football look ahead, brought to you by McDonald's. A new champion will be crowned in the SWAC, and we will see a new representative out of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, as that will take place December 18th in Atlanta, Georgia, over on ABC. South Carolina State awaiting the winner of this.
Yeah, and South Carolina State's never been to the Cricket Celebration Bowl either, so there will be a new champion that will be crowned in Atlanta. You saw the run that North Carolina A&T had. The Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference leads 4-1, so you have to think, if the SWAC wins and their teams are higher ranked, can they still beat that team from the MEAC when it all counts? Don't underestimate Buddy Pugh and those Bulldogs.
Bulldogs will have had 28 days to rest and prepare for their opponent before they take the field again. Third and 5. Sanders feeling the pressure, he's brought down. That's Jason Dumas.
Gave you the scouting report. The one guy that was going to be trouble for Jackson State could be Jason Dumas. If he had an active game where we call his name a lot, that means they were in trouble. And you'll see him just #1, quick swim, split the center and the guard. That's just fantastic handwork to swim him, to use that, and kind of ran off limping a little bit. That shoulder, they're definitely going to need him to continue to play at a level if they want to have a chance of winning this football game. He's special.
Indeed, he's put that on display so far in the first half. Darius Campbell trailing back, catches it around his own 15-yard line, tries to make a cut. He's brought down as we sit back to the studio. Kev.
Yes, and Tiffany, coming up on the Geico Halftime Report, we'll check in on the SEC game and consider who's number one if Alabama wins. Plus, check in on the Big 12 championship, a finish for the ages. And what about Cincinnati playing in the American in a razor-tight championship game there? Coming up when you join me and Sam Acho, Tiffany, at the half.
Can't wait. Looking forward to it. Jay, do you have a four in mind of who would do it? Like, do you put Alabama in as number one? Do you think they're number one if they?
No.
Take that. Okay.
No.
All right.
I mean, because they're a team that almost could have lost, 2 to 3 games this year, but they're playing with the heart of a champion. Georgia's had a good run, but how much do you penalize them for losing to the number 3 team out there? Loss is a loss, but everybody's loving Michigan right now too. Harbaugh's got them going well, and I think what really shook it up is that loss that we saw that Oklahoma State, number 5 team, lost.
Falling to Baylor.
Notre Dame without Brian Kelly, opportunity to maybe step in and take a spot.
Pass, scrambling, escaping one defender, and some hard hitting taking place as pass finds his way to the sideline. A gain of 8.
Was that a loud hit? Was that a noisy hit?
That was a noisy hit because Aubrey Miller is one of those noisy football players.
He just doesn't make a tackle. He doesn't believe in making a tackle. He wants to make you hurt and not run back his way. Very physical throwback linebacker.
And he's getting some attention on the sideline. He goes at 100 miles per hour trying to shake it off, saying, okay, thumbs up, I'm good, let's go. 3rd and 1. Ahmad Antoine in the backfield for Prairie View on the carry. And close to the first down marker. And that moves the chains.
I mean, they had to work hard to get that 1 yard, didn't they? They brought the free safety up for those Cameron Silman Craig, and he was in the backfield, but nice job of changing direction by Ahmad Antoine just to pick up a yard. Ooh, that's a stingy defense.
And we came in talking about just this Prairie View A&M team and how they will rely on the run as they've done all season, and just how stingy Jackson State has been in giving up run yards per game. And again, and swung backwards. That was James Houston.
Yeah. And I'm surprised Coach Prime didn't realize Prairie View's stalling. Call a timeout. Give your offense one more chance. But Eric Dooley and the Panthers, they're content going into the locker room down by 3. No sense of urgency. If you're going to let the clock tick, we'll let it go too.
Jackson State does have 1 timeout to spin. Pass,
got him.
looking, has a man, dangerous pass, hung up in the air a little bit too long. 2nd INT of the ball game for Cameron Silman Craig.
That's the wrong type of throw. That was a real route out of the backfield. You could have thrown it to him. You see the running back come out of the backfield. This is going to end up getting the ball. He's coming out. Put it on him right now. Nobody there. Why lead him 30 yards down the field where you threw the ball to the safety rather than throw it to your running back that was open at backfield? So I say it was the wrong type of throw for the occasion. Results in interception.
Cameron Silman Craig is a guy that this coaching staff has raised about, a teammate with Shedeur Sanders back at Trinity Christian in their high school days in Cedar Hill, Texas. And now 23 seconds and 1 timeout to work with in a very, what they call, grown quarterback, Shedeur Sanders. That's his nickname. Gonna try to march it down the field. Looking across the middle, and coming across, the catch made by Trevante Rucker.
Spike it. Get up there and spike it. Sense of urgency. Save that timeout. Spike the football. Have your line get set. They won't start the clock until they set the chains.
Instead, it looks like Jackson State elects to spin their final timeout.
If you spike it, it costs you 2 seconds. You call a timeout, you get tackled in bounds, it could cost you a lot. That throw, nice effort laying out Oh,
Did he catch it?
Yes.
Yes.
Second time around, the ball clearly left his grasp, but it never touched the ground, I don't believe. No.
It hits his legs. He hauls it back in. It looks like he gets an arm underneath it. So a 19-yard pickup takes the ball to the Prairie View 40-yard line.
Yeah, I just had a feeling they're going to miss that timeout. That one they just burned there. You could have let 2 seconds go, but timeouts are valuable when you're going into the half with the football. You can control your own destiny knowing you have that. Now you have to attack outside the hash marks.
Coach Prime in his first collegiate head coaching job. His team trying to tack on some more to their lead. 5 wide receivers as Pickett goes out. Sanders trailing back and throws it away. 7 seconds remaining.
And I think Prairie View defensively understands the situation as well, taking away any of the sideline throws, keeping one safety high the middle of the field, but you've got a cornerback and a secondary linebacker or dime nickels that are protecting the sidelines. See, if you had that timeout, you can be aggressive and attack a seam right down the hash mark. They don't have that luxury.
And so they elect to run it for the final play of the first half. Remember, Jackson State will get the ball to start the second half. An entertaining 2 quarters in this 2021 SWAC championship from Jackson, Mississippi.
Prairie View fans happy to be close like this, down by 3. A lot of people thought JSU was going to run away with it early. Hey, it'll be an interesting second half.
Our Tiff Blackman is standing by on the field with Coach Prime.
Coach, your offense almost had a chance just a few minutes ago or seconds ago. What is your message going to be to them going into this half?
We got to get more physical. We got to get more resilient. We run the ball occasionally. We're not consistent at anything. Thank God for our defense and our special teams. They're keeping us in the game. But the offensive line, I mean, penalties, we have no consistency whatsoever. We got to find it at halftime.
You mentioned your defense. They have been playing well. What more do you want to see from them?
Turnovers. I want to see them take the ball and score. That'll help out tremendously. But I like what we are. I'm not upset where we are, but we could be so much better.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. God bless.
Well, thanks so much. But to Coach Prime's point, 2 INTs for his team, a 13-10 advantage here at the SWAC championship. We'll send it over to Kevin Connors and Sam Acho in the studio.
All right, Sam.
All right, we are on halftime right now. I don't know if ESPN is going to play the halftime show. You know how they do. But Jackson State is up 13-10 on Prairie View. It's been a good game so far. What y'all thinking of the game? Let me know what y'all thinking. Appreciate y'all pulling up. I do SWAC content over here, so if you like this kind of content, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. So what I think Jackson State needs to do, they need to focus on running the ball in the second half. Kind of let Shadur get settled in, because the moment is not too big for him, but I could tell that he still is kind of nervous a little bit. So I think they need to just kind of work him in, let him get settled down, and then let him take over in the second half. I'm looking at these highlights for these other games. I know a lot of people watching the Georgia-Alabama game, but I'm hoping that Jackson State and Prairie View has good numbers.
All year, I'm fumbling here. How has the Alabama offense solved the biggest riddle in football?
They've attacked the edges. The strength of Georgia's defense is their interior. We always talk about Devontae Wyatt on the inside and Jordan Davis, those 2 big defensive linemen. And then the linebackers, N'Kobe Dean and Nolan Smith. But now what Alabama's doing is they're saying, okay, we're going to use Jameson Williams, we're going to use John Mechie, and attack the edges. Now, John Mechie, he has 6 catches, 97 yards, and a touchdown. Granted, he does have an injury. We'll see how that plays out. Jameson Williams, who's playing extremely well. That's how this Alabama team has been able to take the lead over Georgia.
This is stunning, though, right? I mean, Georgia's defense was the best unit in football all year, 24 points.
They've been averaging 230 yards allowed on defense all year, the number 1 defense in college football. This half, they've already allowed 365 yards in a half. And so I get it. It's a rivalry game. I understand that. I know that tensions are high. But at the same time, Alabama is looking really, really good right now.
Bryce Young maybe making his Heisman case in this game. Alabama making its playoff case in this game, and maybe even more. Maybe a number 1 overall ranking. We'll see. American championship on the line. Bearcats trailing 3-0 till Desmond Ridder hooks up with Tyler Scott.
This is what Cincinnati does. They try to take the top off of defenses on an RPO action and get an early lead.
How about Houston answering with a 10-play, 73-yard drive?
They've won 11 straight games. Houston's only loss was in week 1. They are rolling.
So Cincinnati gets it back. Very first play they run, Jerome Ford, 79 yards.
That's his 4th rush of 75 yards or more this season. He is a baller.
Kind of a field goal kicking contest and missing some after that. 14-13, Bearcats in front over on ABC. Are we past the style points conversation with Cincinnati?
Absolutely. We are absolutely past the whole conversation of Cincinnati needs to win with style. And the reason why is that the team behind them, Oklahoma State, lost. So Oklahoma State is out. And so Cincinnati, as long as they win, they will be in. Right now we see Alabama is playing and they're leading against Georgia. There's a chance those 2 teams could be in. We don't know what happens with Michigan, but if Cincinnati wins, they'll be in.
Some folks are saying, what about the Baylor Bears, who took care of business in the Big 12 championship game today? It was a finish you got to stick around to see. A Big 12 championship end for the ages. You will see it coming up here on the Geico Halftime.
All right, y'all, I'm back. The one JPTV says 24-13, Tigers win. It shouldn't even be that close. Yeah, it's been a good game so far, man. I'm hoping that Jackson State picks it up in the second half. They do not need to drop this game, because if they lose this game, people are going to be roasting Jackson State. I know they got their memes ready in their phones. I'm hoping that Jackson State doesn't fumble the bag on this one, man. They really need to win this game. I'll take a Celebration Bowl loss over this. They don't need to lose this game. It's been a good game so far. Prairie View defense has surprised me, though. They've been playing really well. Amelia says 27-20. I don't want it to be that close, Amelia. AA51647 said you sound like one of them. Who I sound like? AA51647. You know, I sure love the Jackson State. No band. They haven't played the band yet. I'm looking for the I'm looking at I have the stream playing in the background. I just have it muted because all they playing is commercials right now. They haven't played the band yet. ESPN not broadcasting the band, y'all. I don't know why. Like I said, I hate ESPN. I hate them because they do not know how to broadcast HBCU football. You want Prime to lose. No, I don't. AA51647, this must be your first time watching. It's on the ESPN app. They said. Yeah, the game is being broadcast on ESPN too. Both bands quiet. Yeah, if they play the band, I'll play the sound. But they haven't played the band yet. They're still on commercial break right now. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you're not liked and subscribe to the channel yet. Yeah, it's still on commercial. They're not playing the bands. You can't hear the bands at all pumping up the team. They want us to pay to see halftime. They not gonna play them. The band is playing now. Yeah, I know, man. That's just how ESPN does. They never play halftime. Because I think halftime is their time to get their money, to make their money from advertisers. So they pretty much worry about playing commercials during halftime. But yeah, Jackson State need to pick it up in the second half so they can win this game, man. They need to close this season out. Close this season out on good foot. Do not fumble the bag, Jackson State. Do not fumble the bag. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel. Lil Netta Biddle, appreciate the $5. Thank you. Thank you for the donation. No, they could play the best parts if they wanted to. You would think that. You would think that. Shadur currently playing scared. Exactly, he is, man. He's gonna get it together though. I believe in Shadur. I believe he's gonna come out in the second half. He's gonna take this game over and win his first SWAC championship. It's been a great game so far though. They've been playing hard, man. Both defenses have played well so far. Just the offenses that have been struggling. Jawan Pass, you know what he's showing me today? He's showing me that he's not really a good thrower of the ball. You know, he's throwing interceptions and stuff like that. He might throw them out of this game. He might be the reason why they lose. Carolyn Smith said ESPN sucks. Exactly. It does, man. I wish we just had another platform to broadcast HBCU football so bad. It's like, man. The one JPTV said pass not ready to win. Nah, he keep playing the way he playing, they're not going to win. Yeah, I wish Fox would broadcast HBCU football. I think it'll be better. We're still on halftime. They're talking about the other games that's playing today. They're not playing halftime. The halftime show, y'all. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. The score is now 13-10. Jackson State is up by 3. I have the ticker scrolling down at the bottom so you all can keep up with the score. Fox Sports. Yeah, Fox Sports would be a good way to broadcast HBCU football. I wish the SWAC would kind of strike a deal with them instead of ESPN, because ESPN just keep giving, they keep giving the SWAC conference like second hand. They keep giving us the leftovers, man. So they treating us like the stepchild. I guess we can't complain too much because they did put us on ESPN 2 today, so I guess we can't complain too much. But yeah, we got 2 more quarters to go, and Jackson State can be crowned champions, hopefully, unless something crazy happens. Appreciate y'all pulling up. I'll be playing the audio once the game come back on. Where y'all tuning in from? Let me know where y'all tuning in from. Yeah, I know I started the show late today, y'all. I started mid first quarter, so I had some stuff to do earlier, so I had to start the show late. But anyway, I appreciate y'all pulling up. I'll be broadcasting the whole game. So and I'll probably even take some calls at the end of the game if y'all still on. Phoenix, Arizona. All right, shout out Phoenix. Tiger's gonna take this win. PV ain't gonna give it away. Austin, Texas. Shout out Austin. VA. Shout out Virginia. Shout out Los Angeles. Appreciate you pulling up. Are all y'all HBCU alums in here? Or y'all just fans of HBCU football? Let me know. What schools y'all representing? So we currently still on commercial break. I'll play the audio once we come from commercial break. If JSU offense shows, game over. I know, right? Hell to the no, PVA and them all the way. I see PV got some fans in the stadium too. It's not packed like it was last game, but it's still a decent sized crowd there at the game. Repping NC HBCUs. All right. DC Jones says D class of 8091. Okay, man. Wow. I was like, what? I was 3 years old in 89. Darren Carter says Dallas, Texas, GSU alumni. Shout out Grambling. A5164 says A&T, NCCU, Shaw, St. Augustine. Jay Stank will not be coming to Georgia on my watch. Creole King, why you hating on Jackson State, man? The ones that I did 2.5 years at JSU had to pull out and need to go back and finish. Man, it's never too late to finish, man. It's never too late. Oh, John Seymour, I had a score scrolling down at the bottom of the ticker. Well, the ticker at the bottom of the screen. It's 13-10. I keep updating it as the game goes on. Yeah, I don't know why they not playing the band, man. I wanted to hear the bands because I don't hear Prairie View band too much. So I did want to hear what they sound like. So I don't know what's up with ESPN. They tripping. Oh, you're welcome, John. Appreciate you pulling up. But yeah, we still on commercial break right now. I'll play the audio once we come back from a halftime. Jackson State is currently up 13-10. 13-10 in the SWAC title. 2 more quarters to finish off a perfect season in the SWAC. All right, so it looks like they're about to come back from commercial break in a minute. The keys to the second half, I think Shadur needs to settle down, stop making mistakes, play his game, and they'll be fine. I think Prairie View, if they want to win this game, Jawan Pass has to be smart with the ball, stop giving it away, because he's throwing some bad passes. Like, his passes have been terrible. Like, he's thrown some terrible interceptions. Like, where are you even throwing the ball? Somebody filmed the band with their phone. It'll be up on YouTube tonight. Oh, yeah. You have streams like Killer Kev Productions. He does the halftime stuff. So they'll have all the halftime show on YouTube in HD. They use professional cameras, so it'll be in good quality. I know it's Killer Kev Productions. I want to say Smash Time Productions does the band videos too. Yeah, so we're currently still at commercial break right now. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel yet, I do SWAC content over here. So if you like this kind of content, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll know when the next video drop. Shadur gonna come out better. Prime talking to him. Gonna have to, man. He's gonna have to. They want to win this game. He's gonna have to play a good game. He's not gonna be able to be sloppy because Prairie View is having no trouble moving the ball on Jackson State defense. So my prediction was 42-10. Oh, no, my prediction was 42-7. So my score is going to be wrong. Somebody said 38-10. I could see that happening. No, somebody said 28-10 earlier in the stream. I could see that happening. So if you have the correct score, I'll send you something. So y'all make sure y'all put y'all score predictions in the chat. And if you have the correct score of the game, I'm gonna go back through and I'm gonna message that person and I'm gonna send you a gift. Diehard HBCU supporter and alumni of Savannah State University, class of 93. All right, shout out class of 93, man. Savannah State. That's where Shannon Sharp went. So we're currently still on commercial break. Once again, I'll play the audio once we come back from commercial break. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Give me 1 second, y'all. Hold on just a second. I'm trying to fix something. Who's at the game? Is anybody in here at the game right now? How's the crowd looking? From what I see on TV, it looks like it's probably like 40,000 in there right now. People was talking about the game was sold out. I don't know why they said that. It don't look sold out to me. All right, so the game is back on. Gonna play the audio now, y'all. I'll be back at the next commercial break.
Championship week, one half in the books here from Jackson, Mississippi. It's the 14th ranked Tigers with a 3-point advantage over Prairie View A&M as we welcome you back in alongside Jay Walker. I'm Tiffany Green, and quickly those first half assessments from both of these teams.
I think the variables play out in the favor of Jackson State. I mean, Jackson State all season long has gotten off to slow starts and then put teams away in the fourth quarter. They were trying to avoid that here tonight. They didn't do that, but they've been down this road before. Prairie View, their variable's always been Jawan Pass, the quarterback. And when he doesn't play well, they don't win football games. He has not played well. Let's see if he can turn it around.
All right, when you talk about Jawan Pass, we'll see if he can get it going in the second half as we take a closer look at the defensive line and whoa, they've been bringing the pressure, that offensive line with pocket protection brought to you by Nationwide.
Yeah, 4 sacks by Jackson State. They brought it from the linebacker. They brought it from the defensive end, the nose tackle. They have owned the line of scrimmage in this football contest, and Jawan Pass has been getting hit from different angles all evening long. That's great defensive line protection.
The question was, who would win the battle in the trenches? And thus far, Jackson State's defense is doing what they've done all season, as we mentioned before, leading the FCS with sacks per game, 4.5. They're right at that mark.
A couple things stand out. Jackson State, fortunate to have the lead. They have not converted on third down all night. And Prairie View, they came in there knowing they had to run the football. Well, running the ball for 42 yards, that's not getting it done. They're fortunate to be down by just 3 points.
Well, Jackson State will get the ball first in this second half. Deion Sanders, the coach of the year out of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. And his team trying to bid for their first SWAC championship since 2007. Prairie View A&M, meanwhile, it's been a dozen years since they brought home the trophy back to Texas. And the second half is underway. Ala Brown on the return, and he's tripped up as we send it down to Tiff Blackman on the sideline.
Hey guys, I did catch up with Prairie View A&M head coach Eric Dooley just coming out of the half, and I just really got a sense that they're trying to figure out what is going on offense. He said there were way too many blown opportunities that they've got to find the back of the end zone. Defensively, much different too, and he's really happy with what his guys have been doing. He said especially on third down, they've been getting Jackson State off the field, guys.
Well, thanks so much, Tiff. And it's interesting that he's pleased with his defense, because that's one of the things that's been most improved about Prairie View A&M. They only allowed about 21 points during the spring, 5 more on average here during the fall season, and their defense continuing to swarm around. And that was an important part of the equation for Eric Dooley, because we knew what he brought to the table offensively, but his defense and that defensive coordinator, Henry Miller, doing a great job.
You know, defense wins championships, and they had a championship quality offense for years there. Jalen Moore and Dewanye Tucker, those guys, but then they would give up so many points. Well, now they can slow you down defensively, and the offense can work. So more complete teams than they've had in the past.
Now on the carry is Peyton Pickett, and he's brought down a gain of about 5. Rashad Powell was in on the stop.
Let's see what the adjustment is. Another third down. We saw Jackson State not convert a third down in the first half. Coming out in the locker room, second half, let's see what adjustments they make.
Got to pick up 2 here. They hand it off to Pickett again. He's got that and a little bit more. Across the 35-yard line, gain of 8. Logan Jackson with the stop.
Just down here, and a good job of winning the battle at the line of scrimmage.
And a penalty marker flying out at the end of the play. And Jackson State may be whistled for delay of game.
Come on, give me the call.
Illegal substitution, defense. More than 11 players on the field. 5-yard penalty, first down.
So this one going against the Panthers, giving away 5 yards. Excuse me, pushing them back 5 yards. Santee Marshall on the carry. Santee Marshall trying to find some daylight, and more laundry comes out.
There's a flag on the play. Holding. Offense, number 74. 10-yard penalty, first down.
And that's the one call that always gets to me. Holding calls on running plays. On the left side, your left tackle, he's going to engage in him. Little tug there. Tough one there, because you know that when Santee Marshall's in the backfield, he likes to bounce outside. They use Pickett to run in between the tackles, and Marshall likes to run the daylight, but tough call there on Tony Gray. But when you run outside, that's really the only time you see holding penalties called on running plays.
Sanders looking, has a man, and that was his tight end, Kylan Ritchie, diving for the grab 18 yards later and move the chains.
The patience of Sanders allows Ritchie to get behind the linebackers right there. Once he gets behind them, now you're open, now you get the football.
Just cross the 50. And Marshall bottled up, but let's take another look at that catch. First time Ritchie was targeted tonight.
I mean, great extension, using his frame, 6'4". Got away with one there, but it's a first down. So too late, they ran a play.
They were wise to move it quickly. Coach Prime talked about the way his offense did not move the ball to his liking, just 124 total yards, but we'll see how this unit then responds to that talking to at the intermission.
Yeah, they need to now. Another third down. We know they struggle with third down conversions in the first half. They've got one so far in the second half, but they want to run the ball, but you can tell they really, really like counting on Shedeur Sanders right on. I can understand how you start to fall in love with it. That's your bread and butter, your best offensive player there with those wide receivers, but they have not had an easy time tonight with this pesky secondary from Prairie View A&M.
And Jay, attention to this as Jason Dumas not on the field here on this 3rd and 9, but still trying to get to the quarterback and wrapping him up. That's Rashad Powell. He's the best pass rusher for the Panthers.
The guy they can get to him. You know, why is he in the game? Because he's pass rush. He's a pass rush specialist. But this was a great job. 3-man rush, but look at the secondary. The white jerseys passing off the blue jerseys. Every time you see a blue jersey, it's only open for a split second before another white jersey was there. Confused the quarterback and the receiving core a little bit, forcing another punt, and they continue to dominate on 3rd down against Jackson State.
Dooley said they had to win the battle on 3rd down. Low snap, but gotten away by McGregor on the return.
Look
Here
out.
come the Panthers. There's some room and daylight for Darius Campbell. Campbell gets around another Jackson State player. That was the kicker, a 25-yard return. And so a good starting point for Prairie View A&M when we come back. Give me 5 on the other side. Things you need to know about the SWAC.
You want to see something all electric? We're driving.
All right, we on commercial break right now. JSU offense is stalling again, letting them hang around. They need to get it together. They keep letting Prairie View stay in this game and thinking they can win. It's going to get you beat. So I'm hoping JSU gets it together. I root for all SWAC teams, but when JSU is playing, I'm going to root for JSU. That's my school, so I'm going to root for them. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. SWAC Bulls, I want JSU blown away. Oh, you want a JSU blowout? Oh, okay, yeah, I want one too. But so far, it's been a great game. This has been a great SWAC championship game so far. Mean say, I guess Maine. I guess your name Maine, Mini. PV, let's go. All right, Prairie View. They playing well. Prairie View is playing good. Their defense is playing really good. So I will play the audio once they come back from commercial. Yeah. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. If you like this kind of content, you like SWAC content, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I do live streams, calls. I do solo videos, individual videos talking about the SWAC. So I do a lot of content over here, so make sure you like and subscribe. Appreciate y'all pulling up. I love JSU alum 93, Mississippi native. All right, what part of Mississippi you from? V. Carter. Yeah, I see the stadium isn't as packed as I thought it would be. Kind of disappointed in that. I thought Jackson State fan base would come out a little bit more for the championship game. But it's still a nice, decent size. But it wasn't packed like it was for the Alcorn game. But we all knew PV wasn't gonna travel like that, so I don't know. I just feel like it could be. I wanted to see a lot more people in the stands for the championship game. Potter. I'm from Mississippi. I never heard of that city. Potter by Philadelphia. I heard of Philadelphia, but I never heard of that city before. That must be in the sticks. All right, so the game is back on. I'm going to play the audio now.
Have What you need to know about the SWAC?
You know, I'm a MEAC guy, so coming down here, you had to learn some things about it. And one thing you got to know is attendance. The SWAC leads all FCS conferences in attendance. Nobody does it better with fans than Jackson State, where we are right now. You see the crowd right here. They put 60,000 in last week when they took on Alcorn. The SWAC, the leaders in the clubhouse in terms of attendance. Number 4 is down here, they are a tailgate conference. This is some of the best tailgate you can get, whether you go to Alcorn, whether you go to Jackson, whether you go to Southern and Baton Rouge, you go to Grambling, they tailgate with the best of them in the country. Got to give it up to Magic City Classic. Best tailgate you're going to see there. It was on full display today. Number 3 now, come on. It's about these bands. And with Florida A&M and Bethune-Cookman joining the SWAC, they now, without question, have the best bands in America in the conference. Any conference out there, nobody's got better bands than the teams in the SWAC, Florida A&M, Bethune-Cookman. That's like giving ice cream to a kid that's already had 2 pieces of cake.
All right.
It's a luxury.
It is a luxury, and they continue. You probably saw it on full display if you got a chance to check out both the Marching Storm and the Sonic Boom of the South. Coming in, number 2, what we got?
Got to go with Eddie Robinson. Eddie Robinson, the most popular name in the history of football, college football there. Then you've got the Jake Gaither now because FAMU came in there, Houston Markham, Marino Castle, all these folks, and then the players. The SWAC, you can take the all-time SWAC team and go toe-to-toe with the all-time SEC team. And the SWAC players, they'll get the SEC 10 points. Yeah. Walter Payton, Michael Strahan, Jerry Rice. So many legends have played in the SWAC. Got to know your history.
And on the bubble, Jay, instead of my 2 cents, I helped out with that on the bubble, the classics. Nobody classics like the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
I mean, they got them all right now, don't they? They got the Florida Classic, the Magic City Classic, which I think is number 1, the Bayou Classic, which was the granddaddy of them all. Then you throw in State Fair Classic.
Orange Blossom Classic.
Orange Blossom Classic.
Making their rebirth again this year after 40-plus years off. I like your list, and normally I would like to, you know, chime in with something, but I can't.
You're learning.
You're done good.
You're learning.
You're done good.
You're learning.
Don't give me that. Don't give me that.
But the history of this conference and the future's even brighter for the SWAC. They've been that cornerstone blue chip conference, and things are moving in the right direction. The resurgence of HBCU football. Coach Prime lending his star power to the brand and the product.
Trying to become the first coach since Rick Kamaji to win a SWAC championship here at Jackson State. W.C. Gordon, one of the greats to coach here. Jawan pass on 3rd and 9 from Prairie View A&M, and took a blow in the side. The ball is loose as Keontae Hampton delivered a blow, and Jackson State has come up with the football. And that's exactly what Coach Brian told Blackman. Said, I want to see our defense continue by forcing more turnovers.
Yeah, they're doing a good job on the scoreboard, but get the ball to us in great field position. Have to have better ball security in this one here. Cover it up with 2 hands right now. You have it in your left hand. Nice hit by the second team all-SWAC linebacker, Keontae Hampton, who we know is a special player. Textbook tackle, ball comes loose. The defense trying to get it going for Jackson State.
And you see Keontae Hampton, who has been all over the field today. 3rd turnover by Prairie View A&M. So ball at midfield for the Tigers. Santee Marshall in the backfield. He gets the carry.
Let's see. That's not him. He was running outside and thought he saw something in between the tackles and tried to jump in there. Santee Marshall is 5'9", 165 pounds. Give him 170 like they list. He's not that guy that can get you the yards you need in between the tackles. He's as tough as they come. We talked about the transfer from Miles, but you like to get him on the edge and make people have to chase him and then tackle him.
2nd and 9. And that was intended for Santee Marshall. The pass incomplete. Dante Carter happy about it. Bring up 3rd down.
And the difference that you see with Prairie View, They go with a 3-man rush. They drop 8. And whenever the quarterback tries to run, the team speed with the linebackers, the guys from Texas, are able to cover a lot of ground in a short period of time. Yeah, they're trying to fake like they're going to bring pressure. Doubt they do that.
They drop back. Sanders looking, and slides. So again, where Prairie View's defense has been most effective is on 3rd downs.
Yeah, a little confusion. They're dropping the 8 guys, and if you're Sanders, what you have to do is, even though they flush you out of the pocket, you can reestablish where you are and set up a secondary pocket. But he's just seeing white jerseys.
JSU offense is just struggling
flying
today.
at the secondary.
They need to get it together.
Not been able to figure it out yet.
Darius Campbell awaits as Jackson State not able to get any points off of turnovers here tonight. They boot it away. And down at their own 12-yard line, that's where Prairie View will start on the other side.
All right, we're going to another commercial break. All right, so we're at commercial break right now. Antonio Bailey says the defense has carried this team all year. Exactly. I don't know what is going on. Like the offense, I just don't. You can't win games when you play like this. They need to get it together, man. Like Shadur on that possession, he wasn't throwing the ball well. So like sometimes Shadur, I don't know if he gets nervous. Like he's a freshman, so we have to expect him to have nerves and stuff like that. But it just seems like sometimes he gets nervous. He's holding on to the ball too long. I think that's the thing that he's been doing this year that has is his Achilles heel. He holds on to the ball way too long, and he tries to do too much at times. But they still in good hands, man. I think the defense is going to have to win the game today because the offense, they didn't come to play today. But I think Jawan Pass, he didn't come to play either. He's going to be giving the ball right back to Jackson State. So if Prairie View had a better quarterback, man, this game would be bust wide open. For real. Appreciate y'all pulling up to the live stream. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all pulling up. I do SWAC content over here, so if you like this kind of content, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell as well so you'll know when the next video drop. With all these turnovers, this game should be a blowout. Exactly. JSU quarterback is throwing away the game. I agree, man. He's not playing well today, so they really need to get it together. I think he's going to get better, man. Hopefully in the 4th quarter. Jackson State just needs to go through a phase of where they just throw out like 2 touchdowns, and then the defense just carry the team to a win for the rest of the game. They need to get lucky, get 2 lucky touchdowns, and then just depend on the defense and just get on out of here with that. All right, the game is back on. I'm going to play the audio now, y'all.
5, Pittsburgh taking on Wake Forest in the Subway ACC Championship game tonight at 8 Eastern on ABC. It's been a full day of football on ABC. Here's our College Football Awards Spotlight, brought to you by the Home Depot, featuring the Davey O'Brien National QB Award. You'll want to tune in December 9th as Kenny Pickett, you'll see him in that ACC Championship game. 40 touchdown passes, tied with the Heisman hopeful Bryce Young out of Alabama. The Crimson Tide up 31-17 over Georgia. The numbers today for Bryce Young, it's 9 of 13 to 350 yards. And that one is intercepted and into the hands of James Houston. Coach Bond got exactly what he wanted, the turnover and the points to follow. The pick six for James Houston.
You've seen that pattern, just not allowing the play to develop. You see him. You've got to see him. That's not there. That's on the quarterback. Fantastic play by James Houston. Well, this is one when it's not there, throw it in the stands. You cannot do that. Carelessness in the second half by Juwan Pass. The fumble running the football, and now the interception. Tough day at the office.
As we send it down to Tiff on the field.
Guys, I spoke with defensive coordinator Dennis Thurman just before the game about James Houston, and he told me he's got a great ability to rush the passer because of his vision. He can play off the offensive lineman, and that everything he does, he's a product of the game, right? He's a student of the game, he says. It's all about his study time and his game prep, and certainly on that play right there, it paid off.
James Houston, Dennis Thurman said, Tiff, that he does things that you can't coach. He always makes a home in an opponent's backfield. Graduated from the University of Florida, wanted to start a new chapter in his life, and he came over to Jackson State, followed Coach Prime, and boy, has that paid off dividends in major ways. The SWAC Newcomer of the Year, and Jay, you alluded to earlier, he's got a decision to make whether he's going to play out his final year of eligibility next season, or will he go on to the league?
And those decisions as a coach and as a staff, you want players having to make that decision. Should I come back or should I go to the NFL? It means we're doing it right. And they found his position for him. He was a linebacker, outside linebacker, a little bit of a tweener. And then they actually said, no, you're a disruptor from the defensive end position. Add a little weight to him, and he's really been the key behind this Jackson State defense this year.
One of the best in the country. On the return, a little handoff, razzle-dazzle. That's Jalen Howard looking for a space and a place to go. Really nowhere as he's driven back as we send it to the studio and Kevin.
Hey, Tiffany, Bryce Young may be locking up the Heisman Trophy in this game. Acho here, 55 yards to Jamison Williams.
Another 50-plus yard touchdown reception for...
Hey, yo, the vet is lit right now. If y'all watching on TV, man, the vet is getting lit right now. The score is 20-10, Jackson State. I'll play the audio when the game comes back on, but, man, it's crunk right now. Jackson State is up. They only got a little while longer to get the SWAC title.
Crowd.
Rocks the house. This place is rocking right now, Tiff.
And Jay, check this. We talked about that attendance in your Gimme 5 list, dwarfing the FCS in attendance. Look at here, 40,000 on average?
This season, there's a little bit of Prime with that, but prior to Coach Prime coming, they still averaged 32,000. If they make a quarterback change, and as a backup, you hate coming into a place where it's a little bit rowdy.
Trayvon Connolly getting away from James Houston, finally pushed out of bounds, but Connolly, the redshirt sophomore from Dallas, Texas.
And he ran like he was scared because that was a grown man coming for him. James Houston, I think Connolly able to escape because he's got the fresh legs, and Houston may be a little bit winded at the second half, but when you see Connolly, dual threat guy, they're going to do more run pass option with him, which may be the recipe they need for this game. They haven't been able to throw the ball, so maybe bringing a guy that can run it better than pass.
Well, that was a part of the recipe for success for Prairie View A&M, but nowhere to go for the running back LaDamian Brooks as he's first met a big number 99, Antoine Owens, was running the football. They needed to win up front along that offensive line, and then they needed to be spurred by that ground attack.
And just has not happened. The quarterback was able to run the football a little bit, but the offensive line up front, they're going against some real dudes over there in those blue jerseys. They've had some opportunities, but have not been able to do anything sustainable over a long period of time, and that's been the trademark of Jackson State defense all season.
Connolly lost it up and incomplete, trailing by 2 scores. The Panthers have 3rd and 10 on the way.
I remember going back to Jackson State. And you think about, like, in those 90s, they had the best defense out there when they had Marlo Perry, Fernando Smith, all those guys, the defensive backs, they were all long and could play it. This is the closest similarity I've seen to a dominating bunch that can go out there and beat you by themselves, even if the offense isn't working.
Connolly rolling to his left, and the pass broken up, incomplete. John Huggins was there.
Try to move the pocket a little bit. I like this idea, moving the pocket. That buys him some time, but throws a little bit late. I saw Huggins right there in good position for the breakup.
And Eric Dooley is still in this ball game. His team has to punt it away here on 4th and 10. Darborn gets it away. Good punt. Warren Newman, watch out, ladies and gentlemen. Warren Newman cutting back. And a good return for Warren Newman. 43-yard punt, 22-yard return. Shedeur Sanders and Jackson State when we come back.
Are you ready for Monday night?
All right, we're at commercial break right now. Jackson State is up 20-10. The vet is rocking. They look like they want to win this game now. Jackson State has all the momentum. It's looking real good right now for JSU fans. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel yet, I do SWAC videos. So if you like this kind of content, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll know when the next video drop. Where's everybody tuning in from? We got over 100 people in here. Let's see where y'all tuning in from. Gift for Gab. I have the ticker at the bottom. I update the score at the bottom so you'll see it scrolling. Score is 20-10. Shout out Minneapolis. We got Philly in here. Hampton put all SWAC voters on notice. He is proving he's still the best L linebacker in the SWAC monster game. Oh yeah, he's trying to go to the league, man. We got Jackson in here heavy. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Just came in watching it on ESPN2, but you know where I'm from. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that, Brandon. Yes, this turned out to be a good game, man. It's a good game. Prairie View came to fight. They came to fight. Watching it in Florida. What part of Florida you in, Brandon? Pensacola, Florida. Shout out Pensacola. Hometown, Vicksburg, Mississippi. PV alum. I like Vicksburg. Vicksburg is a nice city. So we're on commercial break right now. I'll play the audio once we come back from commercial break. Jackson State is up 20-0. I mean, not 20-10. I'm sorry. 20-10. Shout out Tallahassee. Oh, we got somebody else from Vicksburg in here. Shout out Vicksburg. Trick play for PV score in a end zone pick by Sanders. This could have been ugly early. Looks like it might get ugly. Mikey Terry is in Spain. Repping Prairie View. All right, shout out to Spain. Got people all over the world watching the SWAC. That's what we need. That's what we need. All right, so the game is back on. I'll be back at the next commercial break, y'all.
At the helm. 1st and 10, just over 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Sanders with the pass complete to Warren Newman. It was Prairie View A&M who jumped out on the board first if you're just joining us, but Jackson State has scored the last 2 times. And it's been a real balance attack, right? So you've got an offensive touchdown, a special teams touchdown, and a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, not the way you draw it up. And, you know, if you're Eric Dooley, you bring your Prairie View team in here, you know you got to win a lot of those battles, and his defense has played great, better than expected, I would say, but the offense has been no help, and the special teams let him down, and this is probably the most important series of downs in the game for Prairie View. If Jackson State scores, this place is going to erupt, and it's going to get ugly.
Well, it's Peyton Pickett who is able to pop on the outside and avoid a couple of tacklers, and what looked like should have been a stop. He bounces for 18.
We talk about Pickett has the ability to run between the tackles. That's where this play is designed to go, but I like the way he has the speed to outrun some people and get to that edge. The senior from Arlington, Texas, showing you he's the complete package.
He's a guy they like to see create on the second level. They hand it off to Pickett again up the middle and carrying some defenders with him. And Troy James was the first to stop him. Point of attack.
This is where the offensive coordinator, T.C. Taylor for Jackson State, run the football. Carry your will out right now, because I think they'd be disappointed if they didn't establish the running game heading into if they make it to the Cricket Celebration Bowl. But right now, you've got to say, we came into the game plan where we got to run the football better, where you have to prove that you can get the touch yards when you call upon that offensive line to win their battles.
Well, it's T.C. Taylor who took over the play calling duties in the latter part of the season, and this Jackson State offense has really soared. We talked about that winning streak. They've been averaging wins by 20-plus points. They just put the ball in the hands of their playmakers and let them do what they do.
Take a look at this right here. I'm going to give you a shout out right here. The big fella. That's Dimitri Jordan. Pulling around, right? Once you get your hands on somebody, oh no, it's not over. It's not over. Pancakes, please.
A little syrup, some bacon, scrambled eggs on the side.
See, now you're putting something extra on it, man. The guy already got pancake. Now you want to put the syrup on there, too. And
well, when the coaches go back in the room, they're going to like that. And Jason Dumas greeting Santee Marshall in the backfield immediately, as we would say, a loss of 4.
How good is this kid?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to think interior defensive line, the quickness. I said Johnny Randall, Aaron Donald, beat you to the step. So quick, makes the tackle. He's been a one-man wrecking crew on that defensive line for Prairie View.
And jumping the snap here, and that's a free play. At the end, you saw the contact made. And more yellow flags fly.
You know, key comes, did Dumas jump off sides, or was there illegal procedure? If there's illegal procedure, all this is for naught. But if he jumped off sides, Sanders did the right thing, throwing it into the end zone, and that penalty that was induced for pass interference.
There were 2 fouls on the play, both against the defense.
Yeah, that's it.
Offside, number 1. That penalty is declined. Pass interference, defense, number 8. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
I think he meant number 3, Logan Jackson. Another look at it here. Dumas jumping.
The pass interference was on number 3.
And then here, this is a smart play by Logan Jackson. Don't give him one of those 50-50 jump ball situations where he can come down with it and catch it on the 1-yard line. You get beat for the touchdown, the defensive back coach would tell you, trip them, take them down before you give up the touchdown.
First and goal for Jackson State. Prairie View tried to take a timeout before the ball was.
Hey, y'all, give me 1 second. I have to refresh my stream. Shout out Ridgeland. Shout out Orlando, Florida. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Aaron Sanders said, "Swag Buzz, the players say everyone running out on the field after the game." Oh, I got to see that. I definitely got to see that. That's going to be dope. That's gonna be dope if that happens. I definitely got to see that. I've never seen JSU fans storm the field, so that would definitely be dope. Well, Kusha, SS Wisconsin, went to Valley, but loving JSU this year. Shout out Wisconsin. They better protect Coach Prime foot.
To have that.
All right, I got the stream working now, y'all.
Disposal as a young kid growing up was invaluable experience, and you've seen it translate on the football field. Peyton with the carry, trying to get to the outside, and he's able to cross the goal line. 5 yards
touchdown.
Touchdown. Peyton Pickett with his 5th touchdown of the season and stretching this lead out for Jackson State.
He's been the difference. You know, designed inside run, but the speed to get out on the perimeter and finish off the run in the end zone. They wanted to get the running game going, and that drive they capped off with the rushing TD, their most impressive display of running the football yet tonight.
Bailey Rayborn going for the extra point, and 14 carries tonight for Peyton Pickett and 87 yards on the ground. I'll tell you this, another Peyton is smiling down right now on his alma mater, one of the 4 Pro Football Hall of Famers from Jackson State in sweetness. Walter Payton, Lynn Barney, Jackie Slater, who helped lead the way for Peyton up front, along with Dr. Doom, the latest to be inducted in Canton back in 2008, Robert Brazil, 2018.
What a name for Robert Brazil. Dr. Doom was his name, playing linebacker there. Those are some of the greats right there. You know, I said during Gimme 5, you could take this all-conference, all-time SWAC team and match it up against anybody, and they would probably win. And those guys laid a great foundation. I always say you can't mention Jackson State football without talking about Walter Payton and Prairie View A&M on their own. They've got the linebacker in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Ken Houston, also ran track at Prairie View A&M. Hall of Famer as well, one of the many legends that encompass the SWAC football alumni.
He's an All-American, a 3-sport athlete at Prairie View, ran track and swam as well. Kick into the end zone as we send it back to the studio.
All right, Tiffany, Sam Houston, the #1 seed in the...
All right, we're on commercial break right now. Yeah, Jackson about to bust this thing wide open. Bust it wide open. 27-10. I'm going to update the ticker. So the game is back on. Play the audio again, y'all.
But anytime you get an FCS postseason,
they lit in the stadium. That's what I like to see.
Premier State, then things get tight. Sam Houston's in jeopardy right now. Incarnate Word, who beat Prairie View earlier this year, doing it in Jackson State right there. FCS playoffs are exciting, too. It'll be exciting to finish how this goes. It's not just North Dakota State, nobody else anymore. There's some balance and parity.
Now the question, Jay, is this is a Prairie View team who led 10-7 earlier in this ball game, and they've allowed 20 straight points to be put up against them. New quarterback in his 2nd series, Trayzon Connolly. What does Eric Dooley and this unit need to do?
You have to find a spark. You know, I like the idea of moving the pocket. You can't allow a backup quarterback to sit in the pocket where he's not comfortable being a sit and duck against an aggressive defensive line.
Flag on the field. And the referees conferring right now before making the call.
They're probably like, man, Prairie View can't catch a break, man. Are you sure they did? I wouldn't say that, but.
The champions out of the Western Division.
There's no foul on the play or intentional grounding. There was a receiver in the area.
So the Panthers are looking for some sort of spark Eric Dooley told us this week it would mean the world if he could deliver the school's second SWAC championship since the title game started back in 1999. Here's Trayvon Connolly. Connolly with room. Trayvon Connolly, who's tripped up from behind. Nice run by Trayvon Connolly. 18 yards on the pickup.
And that's what they're going to need. On the season, Connolly was 3 of 13 passing the ball, so the arm's not going to scare you. It's the legs. Keep him moving. See if he can give you a spark.
Well, he completes it to Jalen Howard. Howard, who has been the leading receiver tonight.
The Seeker 61, appreciate the donation. Appreciate the donation. $10 donation. Appreciate that.
Prairie View offense has been so far.
Second and short, tried to gun it in there to Howard. Pass incomplete. That'll bring up third down.
And this could be a dangerous down for Jackson State defensively. How do you play it? Do you go aggressively to stop the run like you've done all game long, daring him to pass, or do you get so overconfident you load the box and you come after the quarterback, he makes you miss, or one of these matchup guys win their battle? I would play soft zone. Very surprised to see them crowding the line of scrimmage like they are. Nobody deeper than 7 yards right now.
Number 68.
Yikes.
5-yard penalty. Third down.
And that one hurts if you're Prairie View A&M. That backs them up 5 yards. So instead of 3rd and 1, brings up 3rd and 6. And now that changes the play calling a little bit for you, Jay.
Yeah, but it's 2-down territory as well. So if you call the pass, you would hope if Connolly doesn't see something that he likes right away, take off and run. They're coming for him. Pressure's coming. Recognize it. Watch that slot. Once that blitzer comes, try and get him the ball quick. Here comes the slot blitz.
There's John Huggins, and Huggins couldn't bring him down. Trayvon Connolly still on his feet, running for his life, stays up, and then trips himself up. So 4th down. Shiloh Sanders was around.
He recognized the blitz was coming and baited him there, did a good job of seeing it, but did not know where to go with the football afterwards.
4th and 8. And Jay, again, that changes the play calling there, because instead of 4th and 1, it's 4th and 8 after that penalty backs him up. They lose a little bit of yardage here, and now the punt team is on for the Panthers.
Timeout. Jackson State. They're first. 30-second timeout.
So Jackson State spins a timeout. Coach Prime trying to bring home a SWAC championship. Both of these teams in search in more than a decade for their first. 2007 for Jackson State. For the visiting Prairie View A&M Panthers was back in 2009, you mentioned, led by Henry Frazier and the quarterback KJ Black, the last to hoist the trophy for Prairie View.
I'll go deep. Give Jackson State some props. It was Dallas Comagee along with a quarterback named Jimmy Oliver. Rick Comagee, sorry, Dallas Comagee. You don't know about Dallas Comagee. Basketball player, played at DePaul, the NBA. Comagee got him there, and Jimmy Oliver was a quarterback there. And it's been a long drought, which the JSU fans haven't been accustomed to, but things are going in their direction right now.
Darborn gets this one away. Good punt. Warren Newman collects it at his own 9-yard. And here on the return, here's Warren Newman, and Newman running into some Panthers. Well, this is so far what the day turn tonight has looked like for Jackson State. Shador Sanders find his man Weidman to get on the board. So the offense was there, and then special teams came through.
I think this play by Bolden, Isaiah Bolden, the kickoff return was huge. They started taking the momentum for the rest of the game. You saw James Houston with a fantastic interception for the pick 6. Then they got the running game going with Peyton Pickett getting to the end zone, and they're a second half team, and they play like it. I know they'll be concerned a little bit because the offense didn't really come to play early on, but you have to be good on all three phases of the game when you're trying to win a national championship like they're trying to do, and they're pretty good in all facets of that.
Speaking of that championship, they're trying to get to the Cricket Celebration Bowl December 18th. And Jay, what's so exciting if you're watching, black college football is that we will see a new champion.
Yes.
Whether it's from the MEAC or the SWAC, a new champion will be crowned in Atlanta.
And that's becoming the premier event in black college sports to go to. You go to Atlanta, it's conference versus conference. A lot of activities. These kids are treated to a true bowl experience. One of the first games that are televised during bowl week that played inside the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
And that run will lead us to the end of the third quarter. Jackson State 15 minutes away from a SWAC title and a trip to the Cricket Celebration Bowl.
All right, we got one more quarter, y'all. One more quarter. It's about to be fourth quarter. Jackson State is up 27-10. Looks like they about to coast to their first title since, I think it was 2013, they said. No, not 2013, 2007, I believe. First title since 2007. But I got to get ESPN some props, y'all. They kind of showcasing the SWAC real good today. Even though they didn't show the halftime show, I like what they're doing, the production of the game. Yeah, 2007. Let me shout out these cities again. I had skipped over them because the game started back. We got Orlando in here. Shout out Orlando. Shout out Chicago. We got Chi-Town in here. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I do SWAC content over here, so if you like SWAC content, make sure you like and subscribe. So the game is on commercial right now. We'll be back after the game will be back on when the audio will be back on when the game comes back on. Hope y'all enjoying y'all Saturday. Hope y'all ready to see Jackson State get this SWAC title. Coach Prime first SWAC title. Let's hope he can get this one and stay around so he can get a couple more. I was trying to ask someone what city they were from. It was Chris Turner. What city is Waukesha, Wisconsin? Is that how it's pronounced, Waukesha? Waukesha? Yes, they are. They have done well showcasing the history of both teams and traditions of HBCUs. Yeah, they've been doing good. I gotta give them their props when they deserve it. They doing all right today. I just wish they would have showed the halftime show because that's a big part of HBCU culture, showing the halftime show. Like I said, I appreciate y'all pulling up, supporting the channel. Appreciate y'all supporting me. So the game is currently still on commercial break. I'll take a few calls after the game if y'all want to call in. But the game is back on. I'm going to play the audio again.
As a part of Dr. Pepper Championship Week. And this was the crowd outside of our Black College Live show. Filled with fun and food and Greeks and good discussion about football and more. And inside the vet,
And with both coaches we had on the show, Vincent Dancy, head coach of Mississippi Valley, said as a fan's perspective, he thought Jackson State was going to win. Coach Jay Martin on our show, he picked JSU as well. It would be an upset if Prairie View would have won this game, or if they do win this game, but Jackson State is starting to show why they're the #1 team in black college football.
And we heard Coach Prime earlier this week thank Vincent Dancy for giving them the blueprint on how to defeat this Prairie View A&M team. He said, look, I just took some notes here and there, and he showed us. We're just going to do the same thing.
Yeah, came out, and I think at the end, Mississippi Valley State would surprise the Prairie View folks. Valley State was just much more physical than Prairie View, and they attacked their defensive line with Jerry Gardner and those guys. And Prime said, we got some guys too. We put them in the right position. They can make those type plays. And say, how dominating would this performance be if you just take away those 2 big plays that they got? Otherwise, Prairie View offensively, which is a good group, struggled mightily.
Santee Marshall and this ground game getting stronger for Jackson State in the second half. You mentioned T.C. Taylor and his play calling back in the third. 14 rushes compared to just 4 passes. So we should see a steady dose of the run game. Up by 17. Here's Marshall once again.
Marshall's so tough, so quick, low to ground, able to change directions.
Junior out of New Orleans, Louisiana. Jay, you mentioned he came over from Division II, was a part of the video services department, added to the scout team. Coach Prime said he watched him and said, hey, who's that guy? Let's bring him up. Let's find a way to get him on the field. He wowed and then was offered a scholarship after that Alabama A&M game. The backup quarterback in for Jackson State, Kyrie Lyles.
The Wildcat they try to show you, but something else about Santee Marshall, he went to high school with Warren Newman, Edna Carr High School there in New Orleans. So he and Marshall had a history there. He came over there, and you have to respect the man. In today's college football world, you know, everybody's talking about the portal, and you're going to the portal just because you're not playing. My hat's off to a guy that goes from Division II to Division I, because he believes in himself. That's not a portal move. That's a hard determination move.
Well, it's Pickett who's trying to put some moves on the Panthers defense. Gain of 7. Tariq Mulmore. An injured player for Prairie View. I think it's Shaheed Reese. And we will step aside quickly with 12:16 remaining in the game.
All right, we're at another commercial break. Shout out Vino Singleton, said, come on, JSU. They almost there. We've been rocking all season. Appreciate y'all rocking with me all season. Did 74 just throw a punch? I must have missed that. I didn't see it. Yeah, I must have missed that. Yeah, we almost there, y'all. We almost there. Got a few more minutes. Man, this is awesome for Coach Prime, man. For him to come in his first real official season, to have an undefeated season and to win the championship, it's a beautiful thing. The one, I agree, showing the bands, even if half of each band's halftime, or asking people to go to the ESPN website for the full show. Yeah, they need to do something, man. They don't need to be throwing punches, man. We don't need nobody getting kicked out the game. They need to just have a good game. Have a good game, win the championship with some class. He might be suspended for the next game. Hopefully not. Prairie View came to fight, though. They came to play, so I give my respect to Prairie View. They didn't lay down. So the game is on commercial break right now. I'll play the audio as soon as they come back from commercial break. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel. All About Sports Channel said, man, somebody got stole on. All right, so the game is back on. I'm going to play the audio now. I'll be back at the next commercial break, y'all.
Simmons, the president of Prairie View A&M, President Thomas Hudson for Jackson State, and what a terrific crowd on hand we have from the vet, Tiff Blackman, Jay Walker. Tiffany Green with you.
I like you're so political. I love it. It's in a good way. You got to thank the presidents. Now, you know me, I'm going to go down in the roots. I'm going to thank the athletic directors for both these programs. Doc Reed over at Prairie View, getting here has not been easy with all the testing. And how about the job Ashley Robinson has done at Jackson State? Kind of the coach whisperer right now.
Big third down coming up. 3rd and 2. Prairie View A&M want to try to stop the Tigers. They hand it off to Peyton Pickett, and Pickett, tough room to run for him. Darius Campbell coming up from behind, and I think he's going to be short, just a few inches short.
They're going to go for it. And Coach Prime, because if they didn't get it, because I think he's insistent, we have to get this running game going. And this is the challenge. You have to be able to gain a yard when you need it. The one shortcoming, I think, of Jackson State is the offensive line could be suspect at times.
$12 straight plays on the ground for Jackson State going forward here. Got to pick up a yard. Maybe less man in motion. They hand it off to Pickett, and Pickett trying to power ahead. And right at the sticks, the spins on the spot, and I think he may have picked it up.
He got it, wasn't easy, and Pickett put it all on the line. He's the power back. Another running back with a little smaller frame, might have been stopped after that initial contact, but they've got to figure out a way to work on the short yardage run situation. Not a strong suit for the Tigers.
Handed off again, and some flags coming and movement.
False start offense. Number 50. 5-yard penalty. First down.
You start to see those type penalties when you have a true freshman center, Caleb Graham, going against a grown man lining up right across from him in Jason Dumas. And it reminds me kind of when Howard played Robert Porcher. Robert Porcher had a career day against this, and it was just jittery at the center position on down. So when you've got your best defensive lineman lined up right over the center and he's a true freshman, you can't expect that center to play a perfect game. You'd be happy with just a decent game.
Coming from the backside and on the sack, that's Travion Green from his will linebacker position. And Travion Green blindsided Sanders.
They're going to line up on the in-man line of the scrimmage, and you just have to do a better job of blocking. I mean, Trey Johnson, number 79, you've got him. You don't put a hand on him. He sacks your quarterback. So I say the question mark for Jackson State is that offensive line.
Timeout. Jackson State. The second. 30-second timeout.
Well, Jay, we were just talking about the administration for both of these schools, and I just was trying to tell you a little story, right? So you start with the presidents, but you go down to the directors of athletics, and specifically Ashley Robinson at Jackson State. These are the 3 coaches that he has impacted. These are his hires. Willie Simmons was at Prairie View A&M, had great success with them, and then moving over to Florida A&M. Now they made an FCS playoff appearance. Eric Dooley and Deion Sanders, who we're seeing here tonight.
And I think that's been the key. I mean, if I'm trying to hire a new coach and there'll be some talk out there, I'm going to call Ashley Robinson and ask him, when you were at Prairie View, what did you see in Willie Simmons to make you hire him? And then when Simmons left, what did you see in Eric Dooley make you hire him? And when you got to Jackson, bigger stage, bigger platform, what did you see to make you go out and have the vision to go after Deion Sanders? And what's next? More importantly, what's next? Job well done.
Pickett bouncing to the outside, and that's what we've seen from Ashley Robinson as we send it to the studio.
Hey, Tiffany, it appears Alabama is headed to the playoff, and they may well be a number one team. Acho Jordan battle the pick six.
This is what Alabama and we have been waiting for. Will Alabama put it all together? They put it all together today against the best team in college football.
38-24 tied in the fourth. Tiff.
All right, thanks so much. And Jay, I want to expound upon that point and just what's happening here in Jackson.
Number 7. That penalty has declined. Third down.
Championship game record was, attendance was just announced, 50,000 plus inside the vet here tonight. The city of Jackson, the capital city of Mississippi, has this electricity just running through it, and really it's sparked an even greater movement that we've seen kind of brewing over the last couple of years within historically black colleges and universities.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, this town's a buzz. I mean, they can tell you the players on the team, they're following them, and it's a fan base that's been woken up, for good reason so, and they've got something special going here. I like to talk about the economics of it. So they put 50,000 fans in here. That's $1 million gate. When they played Alcorn, was it 2 weeks ago? That was $1 million gate. When they had their homecoming attendance record, that's $1 million gate. And when they go to Atlanta, that's $1 million gate. So they've got it. I think if that's the case, you want to make that argument. Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, was priceless. Can't put a price tag on what he's done, but the cohesiveness of the head coach, athletic director, university, and the city, this is not going to slow down. This is not going to slow down.
Prairie View A&M spins a timeout, their second of the half.
Timeout. Prairie View, their second.
And you know what? And we'll take this time right here to say, can we address the elephant in the room? Did everybody around HBCU world wants to know, is Eric Dooley leaving Prairie View? And for 2 days, I've been on him hard. I'm hearing a lot of smoke. I'm hearing a lot. He said, no, I'm going to win this championship. And he came in here and really thought they were going to win. And you can tell there was a game plan there, but the Grambling State job is open. Southern University, where he had a lot of success coaching. So you see there, he went to Grambling, he coached at Southern, and he's won. He paid his dues. Does he go back to Louisiana? And if he goes to one of those jobs, then I think it opens up the floodgates, because Prairie View's a really good job to have. I mean, it's not that Prairie View everybody knows it had the long losing streak. Prairie View's got the second best facilities in black college, maybe the best.
Outstanding facilities as Darius Campbell fumbles this one around the 20-yard line. Recovers and falls on top of it. And those Panthers out of Prairie View A&M will have the ball when we return.
I see the kicker got down there trying to tackle. So we're on commercial break right now. I'll play the audio once we come back to the game. Let's read these comments y'all putting in. Say JSU O-line is just some new trash, man. And you're not lying. I can't argue with you there. O-line coach need to be let go at the end of the year. This line is trash. Yeah, the O-line does need some work, man. I think that's one thing Coach Prime needs to target when he goes into the transfer portal. Target some O-line guys. They need to get bigger on the O-line, stronger, and more athletic. Like, I'll give you penalties because it happens, but you can't block and you get penalized a whole lot. Every game, worst combination. Maybe they would do better next game. I need the boom to blow the opposing band out of the water. Oh, you already know the boom gonna do that. You already know. Did everyone see the Pepsi band commercial featuring JSU and FAMU? Yeah, it was dope, man. I seen it. It was a dope commercial. That's the type of stuff HBCUs need, man. Arthur Wilson said, man, don't nobody care about no damn band. Arthur Wilson, you don't know where you at, man. You don't know where you at. In HBCU culture, they love the bands. Bands is a big part of it. Some people go to the football game just to watch the bands. Man, if I'm Coach Prime, I'm looking at those big white boys from North Dakota, South Dakota, and D-Country, man. Them boys be big as hell. Hey, you right about that, man. Like, them tight ends, like, Coach Prime need to go after some big tight ends, those Gronkowski type dudes, those big 6'6", big tall dudes. He need to go after some guys like that to have on offense. But the game is back on. I'm going to play the audio. I'll be back at the next commercial break, y'all.
Coach of the year, you really have to look at Coach Harrell as the coach of the year, the job that he did and keeping this machine, this well-oiled machine for Jackson State running in the interim. A great job by Coach Harrell.
Yeah, and I want to give a shout out. Everybody knows we play ball together at Howard, but can I give a shout out to Lil Gary? Lil G, proud of your nephew. Nephew graduated yesterday from Alabama State University, so Coach Flea missed the practice to go up to Montgomery and see his son graduate. I'm proud of you. I know Shanika's proud of you and everybody else, and Sister Jazz, so good job, nephew.
Connolly getting away, still on his feet, and then forced out of bounds. I'll tell you this, that Jackson State drive ate up more than 7 minutes off the clock, and trailing by 3 scores, this Prairie View A&M team has to get something done. But hey, look, Trayvon Connolly was running near Coach Prime.
You know, yeah,
he was scooting away.
Yeah, they tell everybody, you know, hey, get back, get back. Well, you get back, Coach. You're a little too close to the action there.
And he's been quite mobile on his little scooter. He had a little motorized action during the season as well. Trayvon Connolly on the scamper on 2nd and 10, and he picks up a first down.
And I'm going to go back to, you know, we talked to our friends, Charles Bishop and Neely. They follow Jackson State football and having dinner with them. I mean, they said this team feels like nobody can score 3 times on them. 3 times. He didn't say if it was 3 field goals, 3 touchdowns. Prairie View has scored twice. Touchdown, field goal. That's how good this defense is. And, whoa, they are as good as advertised.
4th best in all of FCS, giving up just about 2 touchdowns a game. And right there was Randall Haney, the cornerback who transferred in from Vanderbilt.
And Haney's been emerging as that guy. Got himself into the starting lineup. Another one of those transfers from Power 5, making a difference here. And I think what impresses you a lot about it, when transfers come in, you always say they're transfers for a reason. You got to get them to buy in and stop playing me. They've been tested. I mean, there have been times where if they didn't believe in the process of what they were doing, they would have given up and taken some losses. But as the game goes on, they get tougher. They play more together, and as a unit, I think the whole coaching staff deserves credit for that, of molding this team together.
Well, you heard that mantra, that motto of I believe when Coach Prime took over here at Jackson State, and we have seen the belief of these players over the season. And you know, you think about the one blemish on their record And that coming against Louisiana Monroe, a game that was winnable for them, 12-7. They walked away with a loss. He said that one still burns.
They should have won it.
For us, yes.
They should have won it coming off a game where they beat Tennessee State the week before, played Louisiana Monroe. But the defense showed up, though. I mean, that would have been the telltale sign there. You know the defense is going to show up. You give up 12 points to an FBS team. Message.
Be remiss, as you mentioned, Tennessee State lost one of their greats, Claude Humphrey, Pro Football Hall of Famer, passed away at 77. Our condolences to his family. 4th and 5 for Prairie View. Connolly looking to convert with his legs, and he does. 7-yard pickup for Trayzon Connolly.
Doing what the scout report says, better runner than Jawan Pass, and he's been able to pick up some first downs running the football.
Connolly delivers the pass. It's complete to Ty Holden. Holden with an 11-yard pickup. And keep it moving.
Jackson State kind of content to let Prairie View hold on to the football. They've got 3 safeties lined up deep in the 4th, so they're playing quarters, giving up anything underneath and coming up making the tackles, keep the clock running.
Connolly again, so another first down for Prairie View A&M. Connolly, who was inspired to play football by his... And at the end of this football career of his, he says his dream is to be an FBI agent.
Oh, okay, he wants to be feds.
Yeah.
All right. Look out.
And that one
That's
just got away from him. Justin Reagan is nearby to try to pick it up. And he secures it. As that one just out of the hands of Trayzon Connolly. Jackson State gets the ball back.
The ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense.
We talked about this Jackson State defense. This one unforced, but 5 turnovers.
It was the night before breakfast when suddenly...
All right, we had a commercial break now. Jack State just got a turnover. Defense playing well today, real good. Mr. Thompson Jermaine said, I love JSU. V. Carter says, I am a Mississippi native and a JSU alum. People go to the game to see the boom, even on a losing football seasons. Rest in peace, Wavy Dave, our former Tiger. Yeah, Wavy Dave is a legend. People that don't know who Wavy Dave is, he was the mascot for Jackson State back in the day. The players be wanting the band to cut all that racket out. They have their days, but for the most part, nobody cares about the band. Shock Jizzle, you got to come to a SWAC game if you saying that. Because people do care about the band. Trust and believe. Shock Jizzle, the boom helped rev up the crowd, revving up the swagger for the team. Should just have props to the band in interview last week. Yeah, the band hypes up the school, man. They're a big part of the game. Swag Buzz, that Eminem diss song, LOL. But Conley can't pass. See what I did there? Y'all are funny, man. I'm glad TC start running the ball because you can't pass when it's 8 in coverage. Yeah, he called a good game today. And Pickett has played well. Like, I've been down on Pickett out most of the season, but he's played really well today. Rest in peace, Wavy Day. Yep. Don't want to hear any more about number 2 for SWAC Offensive Player of the Year. OC play calling was complete trash today. I mean, everybody has bad games, you know. Shadur just having a bad game today. But he's doing all right though. He isn't sticking it up. He's playing way better than Prairie View quarterbacks. South Carolina State versus Jackson State Celebration Bowl, December 18th. Have you heard zero quarter? All right, so the game is back on. I'm going to play the audio. I'll be back at the next commercial break, y'all.
They've kept it on the ground quite a bit. And Jay, we talked about, Deion Sanders' absence from the football field because of that foot surgery, as Darius Campbell slow to get up for the Panthers. And you go back to this embrace, this moment, because it was the first time that Shadur Sanders had been without his father on the sideline. We saw that emotional embrace during the Southern game as they locked up the East Division. And Coach Prime said, look, for as much as these guys need me, I need them.
Yeah, he's into it. He's into it with the kids. And I've always said that was bigger than a football moment. I'm glad that the Sanders family allowed us to embrace in that family moment and share it with the world. Father, son, that was father, son. There was some quarterback as well in there, but that was a great moment.
For more on their relationship, let's send it down to Tiff.
Affect him. Hey guys, I think you got me now. When I talked to Shadur about that moment, he told me he was emotional, but that he couldn't let it affect him. And that kind of speaks to what you guys were talking about earlier, how he carries himself like a professional, and his teammates certainly noticed that. They said it's crazy for this kid to come in as a freshman and lead us. Niles Gaddy told me this kid ain't a transfer like the rest of us. He stepped in every day, and what he does is always exciting.
You're exactly right, and in talking to his father, right, he said, look, Shadur Sanders doesn't let the moment turn into a monument, to your point, Tiff. Just very responsible, very even-keeled, and the leadership you see that spreads across this team, it starts with a very young signal caller in Shadur Sanders. The future is so bright for this young man.
And he's got that little it factor. He's got that star with him. Deion Sanders was always a great athlete, but had a little something extra to him personality-wise. And I see glimpses of that from Shadur. I asked Shadur, all you're missing now is go back and get that Jerry curl. It looked just like Pops over there with that smile and everything he's got there, but well respected.
Originally committed to Florida Atlantic, later decommitted and signed his national letter of intent last December because of that man right here, his father, injured player on the field for the Panthers. We will step aside here.
DIY means having the right to.
All right, we're at another commercial break. There's a hurt player on the field for Prairie View. Let me read some of these comments. I feel like I am at the Bayou Classic again. This time I'm cheering for JSU Tigers. Appreciate that, Veno Singleton. D.I. Love, we believe. Coach Prime gave the SWAC a shot in the arm. FAMU got a FCS playoff bid the first time in 12 years. Shock Jizzle, I've been to plenty of games, but I was saying the trash ass band ain't changing the outcome of the game. Let's have sense here. The good for the crowd. They good for the, I guess you're saying they good for the crowd. Boomer Miller said, nah, 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 nah. Hey, goodbye. I felt like a proud parent seeing JSU run today. Yeah, finally. They finally running the ball. V. Carter says, I was on a business call mentioned to another HBCUer that I was a JSU alum, and he said, yo, what was that Tiger y'all had? He was something else. I was like, Wavy Dave. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel yet. I do swag content over here, so if you like this kind of content, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Jackson State is about to win. Looks like it's going to be out of Prairie View hands right now, so I'm calling a Jackson State win, and they're going to be your 2021 SWAC champions. Fall SWAC champions. Because we had a spring season. Somebody had a score prediction of 28-10. You was almost there. All right, so the game is back on. I'm going to play the audio. I'll be back at the next commercial break.
Season at the Cricket Celebration Bowl, December 18th at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And let's preview the matchup, Jay. Jackson State will go on as the representative from the SWAC, taking on the MEAC champions, South Carolina State.
And I don't know if you see it as Jackson State versus South Carolina State. I really don't. I see it as the SWAC has something to prove, because the MEAC has been dominating Celebration Bowls, and as good as Jackson State may be, you got to show you can go out there and beat some of those MEAC boys. And that's what the MEAC folks feel like. Buddy Pugh's going to have a defense. Hey, are they physical enough in the trenches? The matchup is interesting. And, you know, that star's going to be bright down there, and there's a lot of eyeballs on you. Fantastic venue. Buddy Pugh's going to come there with a game plan.
And what a season this has been for Prairie View A&M. Started out the year strong, finished off as champions of the Western Division, making their first trip to the SWAC championship game since 2009, coming up short. But for head coach Eric Dooley, he will have questions to answer, whether he will stay or go. At Prairie View A&M. Quickly, does he go to Southern?
Something about that gumbo he likes. Something about it. Louisiana guy. You know, I just think the time, and I always say this, and he hasn't told me going at all, but he's applied for that job every time it came over. We'll see, but great job for Prairie View. Season's going to be a little short.
The Southwestern Athletic Throne belongs to the new kings of the conference, the Jackson State Tigers. They've locked up a trip to the Cricket Celebration Bowl. What a year it has been for the Tigers. The respect, the embrace at midfield between the coaches and Deion Sanders, a.k.a. Coach Prime, a.k.a. Cody, the Coach of the Year, has his team ready to play for a Black College National Championship. Artif Blackman is standing by with the winning head coach.
Coach, I believe those are the words you had this team, this community saying when you took over the program, and now having brought a SWAC championship to Jackson State for the first time in over 10 years. How much weight do those words carry?
This is unbelievable. I mean, it just started off with a saying that we really embodied, we really felt. We didn't play our best today, but all our kids gave it our best. So look at this. Look at the community. Look at Jackson. Look at the SWAC. I mean, we were believing. You can do anything you want to in this world if you just believe and stake to it and be consistent and confident and walk in it. Man, I'm so elated right now. This is one thing to win, but to win with our people, Jesus. Lord, I thank you.
You told me at halftime you wanted more takeaways from your defense. Well, you guys got 4 tonight. What was working for them?
The defense is resilient. They're unbelievable. We knew if we scored 21 points, we were going to win. It's no what they're not scoring 21 points on us. No one's scoring 21 points on us. This defense is unbelievable. We didn't have our best game offensively, especially Shedeur. I think this might have been his worst game. But his teammates took up the slack for him, and we got it. We brought it home. This is unbelievable. Did you see this atmosphere? God, I love you.
But your son's still a leader on this team. How proud of you are you of him and the way he conducted himself?
I'm proud of both of them. Both of them contributed to the success that we have.
Lastly, Coach,
they did the doggone thing. I'm so happy right now. I'm lost for words.
You get to go back to Atlanta for the Celebration Bowl. What's that going to be like?
It's going to be unbelievable. Unbelievable. In Mercedes-Benz Stadium, yeah. I love it. We're going to correct our mistakes. Then we're going to get our game plan together, then we're going to be ready. I promise you that. Our coaching staff is unbelievable. The fan support is unbelievable. Our support staff did a phenomenal job. It's not just me. I know they gave me Cody, but this whole organization, this whole city deserved this award just as much as I did.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you. God bless you. Love you, baby.
Thanks so much, Tiff. The embrace with Tiff Blackman, a former colleague of Coach Prime from his broadcasting days, and you hear the emotion, not only to do it with his sons and the new children that he has acquired here at Jackson State, but to do it through such a grueling year for him, the hardest of his life, dropping 35 pounds, being hospitalized for 3 weeks. And that shook the core of this team, but staying steady was his son, Shedeur Sanders, and Tiff Blackman is standing by with him.
I am standing with Shedeur as he dresses up in the swag here, the SWAC championship gear. You got the t-shirt, now you get to put the hat on. What does that feel like?
That's an amazing feeling. At the end of the day, man, we won the SWAC championship. We spoke about it beginning of this year, SWAC Media Day. We talked about it and we done it.
What will you remember most about getting to play here tonight in front of your fans and bring home a championship to them for the first time in over 10 years?
It's just an amazing feeling. One part of our offense didn't show up tonight, so the other part of our offense, they showed up. Trusting our O-line, I trust in our defense. That's somebody I love. I gotta give some gifts after this season, because the defense, they just tremendous. The offensive line, they just blocked the butt off today, and we're just very excited.
You also have a lot of trust in your father and your coach.
Yeah.
After the year that you all had to go through with him having to recover from foot surgery, some complications, missing a few games, to have him on the field tonight for this moment, how special was that?
It's amazing. It's something we talked about whenever I committed here. It's something that we knew. It's something that I just lost words right now. It's just something that we just always thought about and we knew it was going to happen. So right now it feels good, but we already said we was going to do this, and we're doing it.
Thank you, Shedeur. Enjoy this moment.
Thank you.
Congratulations to the Jackson State.
All right. Jackson State is now the champions. So anybody talking that noise and that yik-yak, y'all can shut it up, because Jackson State is the champions. Let me talk my noise for a minute. Alcorn, be quiet. Southern, be quiet. Alabama A&M, be quiet. Grambling, be quiet. Everybody got to shut up right now. Also, I pinned the link to the StreamYard on the chat, so if you want to call in, get your thoughts out, you can call in. You don't have to be on the screen. I just have your voice playing. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I'm happy right now. Jackson State is the SWAC champions. The SWAC lives and breathes in Jackson. Jackson State are the kings of the SWAC today. I'm happy about that. Come on, ESPN. We wanted to see the trophy presentation. Yeah, hopefully they play the trophy presentation. I don't know what they doing. But I'm proud of my JSU Tigers, man. I am too, man. I'm super proud, man. I'm super proud for my city. You see that crowd on TV, man? That's beautiful, man. JSU and ATL got me wanting to go to ATL. I might go to the ATL, man. Congratulations to JSU SWAC champs. Will there be Celebration Bowl coverage? Yes, if I don't go to the Celebration Bowl, I will be covering it. But I'm thinking about going, y'all. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, we the Kings now. We the Kings around here. We the Kings. We don't want to hear nothing from Southern, nothing from Alcorn, nothing from Grambling. Y'all got to hold this L to next season. I love y'all, though. I love y'all. I love Grambling. I love Alcorn. I love Southern. Just let me talk my junk right now, though. Y'all got to put the memes up. I live in ATL, gonna be lit. Yeah, man. Rest in peace, Walter Payton. I know his spirit is in that stadium tonight. I don't know why they not showing the trophy presentation. Come on, ESPN. Oh, I hate ESPN, y'all. I know I say it so much, but this is why I hate ESPN, bro. If this were Alabama, they would not be doing this. Nobody cares about Alabama and Georgia SEC championship, man. You know what I'm saying? You right, we understand, talk your talk. Yeah, they gonna show the SEC championship trophy presentation. Come on, they always doing some funny stuff. They just can't never do right. Just do right one time. They always half-ass doing stuff, man. ESPN gets on my nerves. Like you just can't give us the platform that we need. You gotta half-ass do it. You gotta cut the halftime show out. Y'all, these fools are talking about Alabama and Georgia right now. Let JSU swag to next season, right? Make a good point. Alabama win damn near every year. Deion Sanders got it done. Yeah, if this was the SEC championship, I guarantee you they'd be showing it. They wouldn't be talking about another game while Alabama trophy presentation is going on. Yeah, man, this is why I don't like ESPN, man. ABC would air the Celebration Bowl. I'm not a SWAC fan. I'm more of an HBCU fan. Okay, that's what's up. What's the use of having many ESPN channels and they cover the SWAC presentation? Boring snore, and that game been over like damn. Yeah, the Alabama game been over, y'all. That game was over a while ago. Why are they talking about it during the SWAC trophy presentation? I'm hot at this, y'all. I'm really mad. They got all week to talk about Georgia and Alabama. Celebration Bowl will be on ABC. This is why I stopped watching NFL and college football. Go to ESPN3, bro. They are showing the trophy presentation on the app. Let me put on the app then. ESPN is still a fraud for this, though, man. For real. We shouldn't have to be going to another channel to watch the trophy presentation. Come on, man. That's crazy. Make sure that y'all show the halftime show with the band. They didn't need to switch to the app. I'm going to the Celebration Bowl. All right, trap music. HBCU is the wave, always been. JSU ranking went up from this year. Soon the NFL will have to make leeway for the HBCU athletes. Deion Sanders is a Hall of Fame NFL player that just won the SWAC his second year as a coach. He deserves better than this. Exactly. They always got to do some funny stuff, man. They just can't never just, show love and let that be it. They always got to do some funny stuff. If the stream's not messing up, they not showing the halftime show, then they not showing the halftime show. They doing some funny stuff at the end of the game. Let me, I'm trying to see. You said it's on the app? Because I got the app. If y'all want to call in, you can hit the link that's pinned to the top of the chat, and you can call in. Your face won't be on the screen. Your voice will just be shown. They showing everybody else but us. Exactly. Gets annoying, man, for real. But I ain't gonna worry about ESPN. I'm happy right now. And I'm not going to let them steal my joy. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Jackson State has won the SWAC championship. And they're going to the Celebration Bowl December 18th. Nobody wants to call in. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the stream. I appreciate y'all pulling up. Make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. I do SWAC content, so if you like this kind of content, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. James Houston got defensive MVP. Yeah, that's dope, man. He deserve it. The boy's a dog. Pickett got offensive MVP. Wow, come on, man. See, Shedeur should have had a good game. Shedeur, you supposed to get that trophy. You supposed to get that trophy, man. Not gonna let the devil steal our joy. We won the SWAC championship. D.I. Love, exactly. We ain't gonna let ESPN steal our joy. It is what it is. Thanks, brother. We appreciate you. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up. I said make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll know when the next video drop. If you want to call in, you can click the link up at the top, and you can get your words out on the stream if you want to. Also, if you want anything promoted, if you sell any kind of products that's college related, HBCU, SWAC related, whether it's clothing, anything like that, send me an email with your information. My email is swacbuzz@gmail.com. I will promote your products on the channel. I'm all about helping black folks. So, hey, if you got a business, you selling t-shirts, you make t-shirts or whatever, let me know, and we'll get you some promotion on the channel. They don't want the masses to see all that black unity and excellence. That's sad if that's true. Really is. But yeah, Jackson State won 27-10. Somebody had a score of 28-10. You almost got the gift, man. You almost got it. But yeah, man, I'm proud of Deion. I'm proud of Jackson. I'm proud of Jackson State. This is a big win for the city and the state, man. This is incredible. Glad Coach Prime is here. Hoping he stays. But I don't care right now. Just living in the moment. We're living in the moment right now. But anyway, appreciate y'all pulling up. I'm going to go and cut the stream. Like I said, I do SWAC content over here, so you like this kind of content, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. It's a big win for black folks. Yes, it is. But hit the notification bell so you'll know when the next video drop. I'll be coming out with a post-game video so we can talk about that. But in the meantime, y'all stay up, enjoy this win. Shout out Jackson State. Shout out to Jackson State fans. Shout out to the state of Mississippi. Shout out to everybody in the SWAC. Jackson State are the champions. Alcorn, you got to sit down. You got to hold this L for right now. It's going to burn. It's going to hurt a little bit. I know it is. But you got to hold that L until next season. I love y'all Alcorn, but yeah, I'm going to talk my noise. And Southern too, y'all got to hold that L. Hold the L. Everybody got to hold the L. Jackson State, bend the knee. Everybody got to bend the knee. Bend the knee to Jackson State. But anyway, I'm going to catch y'all guys and girls on the next stream. Appreciate y'all pulling up. V. Carter said, thank you for the stream. You're welcome, brother. Well, all right, y'all. I'm going to catch y'all on the next stream. Thank you. I'm gone.